People, welcome to the Fantasy Football Week 3. We are live again, helping you guys out with your teams for Week 3. Between injuries and all that fun stuff to deal with. Let's just get into our picks real quick before the questions start coming in.
Yeah.
First person we got is James's picks.
Hey.
Yeah. I've been having I've had Gus Edwards. I actually drafted Gus Edwards just to stash him, just in case. And now, I probably should have played him last week, honestly. But with Justice Hill being out, especially, Gus Edwards is a great way to go since the Ravens run the ball. And I know they run the ball with Lamar a lot, but I like Gus Edwards, especially in the red zone this week. And then Stafford hasn't been able to. He hasn't thrown many touchdowns yet this year, which has hurt his fantasy value. But that's going to change eventually. Playing on Monday night too. He's also not a bad guy to have if you have Joe Burrow and if Stafford's available. You just keep him around in case Burrow is changed to out. Which I don't know. All the signs look like Burrow's not going to play, but you never know. So if you're worried about missing out, then try to get Stafford on your bench, and then I wouldn't even mind playing Stafford over an injured Burrow anyway. And then Ramondre, I've given him faith. I've put faith in him week after week. He showed flashes last year. I thought they were going to run the ball a ton because Mac Jones is mid, but I'm just tired of two yards of carry Ramondre Stevenson. So you could do better at the running back position.
That's boy right there.
That is my boy right there. My boy Blue.
All right, we'll jump into Caleb because I know you're gonna jump on TikTok.
Crazy.
So
So,
that's Zach's picks.
yeah.
Whoops.
So, I also have Gus Edwards as sleeper. I don't think he's necessarily a sleeper, but I think people have just been sleeping on him. And it's just like you said, with Justice Hill being out, I think he gets majority of the workload, and he's probably going to have a way better game than people are anticipating. I don't think Melvin Gordon and Kenyon Drake being brought up is going to do much to anything, but yeah. And then buy-in, I'm going to go Jordan Addison. I think this is going to be his big breakout game this week. And then bust, James Cook. I just don't see him having two good games 2 weeks in a row like that.
Ooh.
And I think that game is probably going to be a shootout.
I don't like James Cook anymore. All right, we'll go Calvin's, I believe, picks right here.
Yeah, I got surprisingly Joshua Kelly after last week telling you he was a bust and not to play him. He's playing against one of the worst running Ds in the league right now, consistently. I mean, last week they gave up, I think it was 180 yards and a touchdown to a subpar running back who misses holes a lot. And DeAndre Swift, Joshua Kelly kind of reminds me of that. So situational play here for sleeper this week. Tank Dell is my buy-in. 7 targets a game through the first 3 weeks of the season. Consistency, something you should always look for in fantasy football, especially if they start to connect with their quarterback. Tank Dell looks like he's starting to become a wide receiver 2, maybe a wide receiver 1 in this league. And if he continues to get production, you have to play him. And then Jerome Ford is my bust for the week. Titans defense, I've said it the last 2 weeks, they're pretty good against the run. They usually hold up very, very well. This team held Joshua Kelly and the Chargers to less than 60 rushing yards last week. The Browns are going to need to score to stay in the game, ironically, even against the subpar Titans offense. But I'm Jerome Ford's my bust for a multitude of reasons.
Oh man! All right, Zach.
I forgot who I picked. All right. I got Zay Flowers today. The Colts, their secondary is just not very good at all. We lit them up last week with the Texans, and they don't have a Zay. We don't have a Zay Flowers. All his crossing routes and everything, he's going to eat in the middle of the field today. So I definitely would play Zay Flowers. Najee, that was tough for me to put in there. I'm not a fan of Najee at all, but I think that the Raiders' defense sucks more than Najee does. So I'm going to go with Najee because Pittsburgh's adamant about getting him going. So I think he's going to have a pretty good day.
I traded him. I hope he doesn't.
Well, I told you that he was going to do good this week. James Conner, I just don't see it today. I think Dallas is going to put it to the O line of the Cardinals, and I don't see it going well for Conner, so I definitely would stay away from him today.
I'm glad you said that, because you fed right into my picks of. So my sleeper is a guy that I've been wanting to pick up in all my fantasy teams because he's just a steady 10 points for some reason. I'm buying into some tight end stock, James. Nick Westbrook, Kinko's right here. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, he's just been putting up points even with the terrible quarterback play.
Below average.
Yeah. My buy-in is going to be Taysom Hill because they ain't got no running back. Jamal Williams is on IR. Alvin Kamara is not back yet. This dude is a Swiss Army knife, so they're going to run the ball. They're going to use him for throwing. They're going to tight end him. They're going to do everything with him. So you'll get some good points. And my bust is Hollywood Brown, and only because I do believe they're not going to get the run game off. And people think since Diggs is out, this dude's just going to blow up. So I'm only putting him as my bust because I don't think that you're going to get what you think you are going to get out of him today. And yeah, that was my picks right there.
I'm glad you brought up Taysom Hill because I was asking people about him last night.
I've been waiting for Christian Watson to get freaking put on freaking injury so I can pick this guy up for the week, but you know, Yahoo wants to take the damn sweet-ass time. But it's all good. We'll jump into the first game. We're just going to get this out the way because I don't even want to watch this game. Texans versus Jaguars. It's in Jacksonville. Sunny, bright skies, so no weather injuries, no nothing.
I think you take any receiver in this game if you got him on your team.
Any receiver.
Any receiver that's going to play on either team. On either team. If I had either one, I would play him.
How confident are you in Dameon Pierce in this game?
Not at all. That's why I said receiver.
Fair enough.
I know that's not even to be funny. It's just like our O-line is makeshift for the Texans.
Yeah.
But it's also put together at this point just to protect CJ. It's like, all right, we'll protect CJ and keep him on his feet so he can make passes, but it's not really put together to run. And, I mean, Dameon did terrible week 1. He did even worse week 2. I mean, even if he gets you 50 yards today, that's an upgrade, but you expect more from Pierce, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, that, and then the Jaguars are only allowing 3.5 yards per rushing attempt this year. So, it doesn't spell well for Houston to run
By Houston standards, 3.5 yards a carry today would be an upgrade for us. Like, we would take that today.
That's not good.
No.
Do you guys think you have so this game opened Jags plus 9.5, and this moved to Jags plus 7.5. I'm scared to take the Texans with points because I tried that week 1 against the Ravens and got in a backfire. But do you think the Texans can keep this close because it's a division rival?
So, outside in, I'm saying no.
The only person who can prevent us from keeping it close would be Travis Etienne. If he goes off, they're gonna blow us out. But if they're doing it strictly by trying to pass the ball, we can play with them because our D line is good, our secondary is hurt, but I still think that we're better than theirs. And it's just a matter of our linebackers playing better because we had shitty linebacker play for 2 weeks in a row. So Etienne and Ingram might blow this game open. To be honest with you.
I didn't like what I saw from the Jags offense last week. They had a lot of chances against KC, who's not a bad defense, but not a great defense, and they just didn't take advantage of any of them. That's where, I don't know, and you guys always play them tough. That's where if you're betting on this, I think I'd lean Texans with the points. I don't think, I'd be more confident in that than the Jags just blowing them out of the water.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Like, you wouldn't have to persuade me too much on that. I'm good with that. What's the total points in this game?
The total points, it can't be too much. 43.5.
Ugh.
I know
That's ugly.
Zay Jones is out, so that puts a lot of the other receivers on Jacksonville, like Zach said, up more.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. 43.5.
Ooh,
that's a low line.
First question from YouTube. We have Tua or Fields as the first part of the question.
Dude.
Definitely Tua.
It's.
Yeah, we need to stop Justin Fields propaganda. It's just Tua.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that, but I didn't want to like be harsh out the gate.
I don't want to be harsh either, and it's not this guy. It's like last week we had this question a lot, and last week you could kind of make a case for it, but
I'll tell you what. Once
Oh.
Fields gets somebody on the level of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in their wide receiver core, then I'll entertain this question.
I think that they just need to go back to playing backyard football. Like that's what he is. He's not a passer who can run. He's a runner who tries to pass.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
like as soon as they just let him do him, I'm not gonna say they're gonna win a lot of games, but fantasy wise, his value is gonna skyrocket.
I agree. Tua's the play, and then for the second part, you have Chase Olave and Kyron Williams picked 2 full PPR. Are we like selling on Jamar Chase? Like, are we off
No,
that
I
wagon?
think that's foolishness.
I think people are scared because of how he's doing, and then also the injury of Joe Burrow. For them to sign AJ McCarron to the squad, and it's a thing. But I ain't trading him. I'm gonna tell you that.
Boy,
I
that
don't
ain't
know if
gonna
I'm
lie.
not. I don't know if I'm not playing him though. Like that still feels a little crazy to me.
But it's kind of like Garrett Wilson. It's like you're so good, and all the bad play going around you, you still manage to get a touchdown and 80 yards. You know what I mean?
I think I'm playing Chase and Olave. I mean, Chase still has 17 targets on the year, so it's not like his target share is horrible.
Well, I'm going with Olave and Kyron Williams only because Puka's oblique is hurt. So I don't think Puka finishes his game today. So somebody got to catch the ball.
Who can play tomorrow?
Well, he ain't going to fucking finish that game. I can tell you that whenever he plays.
I'm playing Chase and Olave.
I'm
That's
going
just me.
Olave and Kyron Williams. I think Kyron Williams earns a play considering he got touchdown 2 weeks in a row.
Consistency.
Yeah, I'll go Chase Olave Tua.
Yeah.
I feel like we all agree Olave. Now, it's gonna honestly be: are you upset with Chase 2 weeks in a row and you don't want to do it the third week? I can understand that.
If we're being 100 about it, Olave ain't played good either. At all.
Fantasy wise, his production's been pretty good.
He hasn't got 100 yards in the game yet. He hasn't got a touchdown yet. Like, he
I
hasn't-
feel like he won't burn my damn secondary today, so chill out.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope they all burn your secondary.
That's crazy.
I got a few Saints. Yeah, honestly, man, just chase Olave. But if you don't want the chase, then go with Kyron Williams because Zach don't believe Puka finishing that game at all. Luka Magic is back. We got start 1 half PPR. Downs, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, which is
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Well, being the
I've been writing
resident.
the Jake.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it.
Being the resident Cowboy hater, I hate saying this, but I'm gonna take Jake Ferguson against Arizona. To be
Thank
honest. Well, that's what they do.
Finally.
They give shit up to the tight end. So I would go Ferguson today.
I mean, if I have Titan stocks, I definitely have had Jake Ferguson's stock all year, and he's getting a ton of targets. And it's not necessarily translated yet, but he's just waiting for a breakout game. Dak likes to target his in the last few years in the red zone. Dak likes to target his whatever mediocre tight ends, but Ferguson's not mediocre. I think he's going to become a pretty solid tight end. And this is the week against the shitbag Cardinals that he breaks out.
I also agree that Jake Ferguson is the play, sadly.
Don't be sad about it.
I'm very sad
Embrace
about
it.
I'm even more sad about it because I picked Ferguson, and I also feel like there's a tight end on that team who might be better. The Shoemaker kid that they drafted from Michigan might take Ferguson's spot before it's all said and done. But for today, Ferguson is probably going to do pretty well.
I'm in agreement.
I saw an interview of them talking about how much they liked him and how they wanted to utilize him in the offense. And that was last week. So I'll buy some Jake Ferguson stock this week, and I think he's you know what? No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I'm going. Hey.
Robert
no.
Woods wouldn't be a bad play, though, to be honest.
Robert Woods would not be a bad play. That was the only other person in contention on that list that I was thinking.
Oh, you don't like Brandon Cooks, bro?
No, I don't. I'm about 3 years done with Brandon Cooks fucking up my fantasy team.
You don't like his hamstring injuries?
Fuck Brandon Cooks.
I'm with Caleb.
Baby Santa says, "What up, boys? Are we starting Garrett Wilson against New England or Godwin against Philly? Also starting Mike Evans."
Why not start Mike Evans?
Yeah,
He's giving
definitely
no
start
reason
him.
not to.
Well, if you're starting Mike Evans, though, I think Garrett Wilson's the play there.
Oh, yeah. Garrett Wilson is the play. I'm not stacking the Tampa Bay wide receivers by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this might be the week Baker falls back to earth. And
What do you mean?
where Evans is still a good play, I would not put 2 Buccaneer receivers against Philly.
Baker's the best first overall pick in the last 10 years.
He's the best quarterback right now in the NFL, in his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
He's Baker Mayfield's favorite quarterback.
You're good, baby Santa. I was tripping for a half a second. That's all. Do not feel good about Wilson. Honestly, I don't feel good about either of those situations.
I mean, you mentioned it earlier. He still gets these like crazy touchdowns, even with Zach Wilson throwing.
All it
to
takes
him. So, like,
is for the Jets to realize that they can't run the ball on that day, and then it's Wilson time, at least for a drive or two.
Yeah,
I just feel like he's just too good, and he'll figure it out. Even if it's not for a touchdown, he'll get you some yards and shit. So I would play Wilson if I were you, baby Santa. Do 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 do, baby Santa. Do 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 do. Oh my bad.
Oh man, I just feel like when it comes down to it, who do you hate more as a quarterback, Baker or Zach Wilson? And
Zach.
I hate Zach
Me
Wilson
too.
more.
I fucking hate him too.
I hate him too, but I think he has better talent around him than Baker.
I don't know.
I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Baker has had good games in the NFL, where Zach Wilson has not.
True.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I agree.
And Zach Wilson with his Cobra Kai headband, like, get out of here. Go back to Utah.
I forgot about that. I try my best not to watch those games. Right,
Yeah.
but crazy idea. What if hedge my bets on Tampa and start both receivers? One is bound to get a touchdown, right? Or am I checking myself?
I mean, one of them's bound to get a touchdown.
I
Well,
don't like
Yeah, you're just
wait, time. Are they though? Because they play the fucking Eagles.
Okay, like I feel like the
Yeah.
Eagles secondary isn't as good as it was last year, obviously, and the Eagles fucking you're getting shredded in the middle of the field this year, like shredded.
Yeah.
So somebody's gonna get one. I'm just not wasting 2 roster spots and hope for 1 touchdown. You know what I mean? There's just
What if
makes
it's
sense.
not even them?
Their D line's going to get to Baker, though. And I think that Thursday game, they gave up a shit ton to Minnesota. But that was on 3 days rest. I don't know if Thursday games are great evaluators because they had a brutal game against New England week 1 that was very physical. 3 days later, they're playing the Vikings, who have a pretty good offense. Now they're coming off of a long rest, preparing for Baker Mayfield. I would not play 2 Tampa receivers.
At all. I wouldn't play any 2 receivers off the same team against Philly.
We got you, baby Santa. We got you.
All right. Johnny B. Good said Judy, London, Gus, half PPR flex.
The Gus bus.
Are y'all
See, well, you could take Judy out of there. Forget him. So now it comes down to Gus and Drake London. The issue with Gus Edwards is they're playing the Colts today. If there's one thing I can tell you for sure is they could stop the run. And I have a feeling that the Falcons at the Lions today, the Lions are going to sell out on stopping the run because they can do that also and put the ball in Ritter's hands. So London might do pretty good. I'm going Drake London on this one.
I'm with Zach. Drake London.
I'm on the Gus bus, Gus Edwards.
That was
This is
hard
getting
for
more
me to
target-
say
or
too,
more
James,
carry.
because I've been advocating for Gus this whole season and nobody wants to listen to me.
I'll listen.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I can barely talk this morning, but I can listen.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Drake London because I'm going against Gus Edwards and I don't want to do nothing.
He gets fucked me, that's why.
No, Caleb has Gus Edwards and I don't want to do nothing. I hope he gets stopped. I hope he
That's
fumbles.
really fucked up.
It's
you know
the
that?
way of life. It's the circle of life, Lion King, right? I
don't
hope
watch
he
the Lion King
fumbles
till
the
I was
ball.
18. Bro.
I hope Lamar.
Oh, shit.
I hope Lamar runs the ball over Gus. All right, I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Damn.
I hope that
Wow.
you get shitty pizza later.
I had Ryan Tannehill come to me in a vision in the sky and told me to bet on the Titans.
Bro,
Oh,
get over
shit.
the Titans.
You got COVID, bro.
I think so. I'm in protocol right now.
Oh man. Yeah, he came.
That's how you know.
He came to me and said they're winning the Super Bowl. So
The doctor's like, "What are your symptoms?" Well,
Saw Ryan
Yeah,
Tannehill in a vision.
one
Oh,
of
that's
the worst
COVID, bro.
quarterbacks in the NFL. Oh yeah.
It's like, has anybody heard from James? It's like he's in the psych ward because he told him about his Ryan Tannehill vision.
I'm just in the room like, come on, the Titans can do it. He's not that bad. Texas A&M.
Oh man. All right, so more questions come on. We'll move on to another game. Buffalo versus Washington. Light rain today at FedEx Field. The only person out is Logan Thomas, my boy. Y'all starting? I gotta ask. Are y'all starting? I already forgot his damn name.
Yeah.
Gabe
So no.
Davis.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know what? I played him last week just as a kind of a shot in the dark, and it paid off pretty well. But I actually did bench him in a couple of my leagues. I don't trust him to do it 2 weeks in a row.
It's a good Diggs game, though. It's a good tight end game for Buffalo, also.
Either tight end, because Knox has been getting a fair share.
I was gonna dare say Knox over Kincaid.
I think Allen trusts him more. Obviously,
That's exactly what I was
together.
thinking, bro. Like they're gonna go back to what they know works, and he's gonna refer back to Knox.
My question is, how do we feel about Buffalo's run defense?
I was
Because
gonna
week
tell
one
you
they're
this.
trash. Week two they were stellar.
What is the total points in this game, Jay?
42.5.
I don't think that they can get if Brian Robinson can run the ball and the Commanders can keep the time of possession like close to even, they don't get there. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's where my head's at. Like this game, this could be not like a huge performance, but this could be a decent performance out of Brian Robinson fantasy wise.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like an ugly trap game for Buffalo.
It does.
They righted the ship week 2. Everyone's back on their wagon. They opened as like 7-point favorites. They're only 5.5 now. I'd be a little scared. I mean, everybody and their mother's probably teasing them down to 1 point or just to win, which is I guess that's fine. But I'd be scared to put too much on Buffalo. This just feels weird. I mean, the Commanders are a weird 2-0 team as well. So you're like, oh, there's no way Sam Howell's beating Allen. But I don't know. That pass rush is frisky for the Commanders. That's where I kind of like the under here.
Yeah. For sure. This is one of those games that pisses fantasy owners off because there's like, I put all this stock in Dotson for 2 weeks and then this dumbass decides to do something today. Kind of the same for Terry. It might happen, bro.
I traded him. I traded him because I got tired of seeing him on my damn team. It doesn't help. I got Gabe Davis, his bum self, on my team also, and nobody wants him. So I hope he blows up so I can trade him. I would trade him for a Snickers at this point. Like,
is that in our league or a different league?
In every league I have him in. I don't care if it's even just me by myself. I just want to. There's certain players I don't want on my team. DJ Moore, Gabe Davis.
What's wrong with DJ Moore?
I will get into that when we get into this thing right here. Yeah, we'll get into that. Trust me. I've saved my ammo for those Chicago Bears. All for 2 weeks now, the third. Yeah. What did Zach ask me? He goes, "Are you okay losing if Gabe Davis blows up on your bench?" Yes, because I hate you so much and I think you suck, and I'm fine with that. If I lose to Caleb, which is even worse, I'm cool with you getting 40 points on my bench because I'll just trade you after that and I'll take the loss. All right. Now we get into another one. Let's ride. Denver versus Miami. Partially cloudy. The biggest name out is probably Jalen Waddle in this game.
which makes me think if Braxton Berrios is available in your league, you might want to look at him because he kind of did well for a half last week against New England.
He did.
And Denver, their defense is terrible, and they're missing their best two defenders today. No Justin Simmons, no Frank Clark. They suck. So Miami's going to score a ton of points, I think.
Yeah, I think Miami's going to score 35 in this game.
Wouldn't be surprised.
There's a lot of touchdown capability in this game.
For Miami.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Braxton Berrios, Raheem Mostert's probably a start today, honestly, in a lot of leagues. But
He looked good last week, yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody on the Dolphins that I wouldn't start.
Yeah, I feel a big Waddle week coming.
You feel what?
I think Waddle might be out.
Waddle is out. That's why I said that.
I know you got COVID, Dad.
Oh, yeah, I was out of it. I was making a trade to I made a trade proposal to Nick. That's why
He was trading Gabe Davis for Waddle right now.
Yeah, I'm starting Waddle in all my league right now.
He'll probably get you as much production as Gabe Davis.
Yeah, this was another one that was a touchdown spread, but now it's 5.5. So I guess people are taking the Broncos. I think the logic behind that is they're 0-2, and they might throw everything they have in this game.
Russell Wilson just is not the quarterback for that team. He's not a Sean Payton quarterback, bro. It's like in basketball terms, it's like you have Giannis playing on Golden State. It's like you can't shoot threes, bro. You're not a pocket passer. You have no business on this team. That's why I'm not comfortable picking any receiver on Denver at all.
Well, it's like Watson on Cleveland. Yeah, it's not a good scheme fit. So playing any Bronco is ballsy, but betting wise, people like the Broncos. So not sure why. That's why it's a little fishy. I'd be a little scared just to assume the Dolphins are going to blow them out. It seems like one of those stupid ass NFL games. It's like, wait, how are the Broncos within 3 with a minute left?
It's just that Miami rushed the passer so good last week. Like Van Ginkel and them boys, like you didn't expect. Like who the hell are these guys? And they're getting to the quarterback all day. And I just feel like it's going to be the same for Denver, because Denver's O-line is no better than New England. So I don't know.
Are y'all buying Mims stock for Broncos?
I like him. He's probably the best big play receiver on that team. Yeah. But
it's hard to buy into any Broncos.
Really, he might be the most confident because all Russell Wilson can really do is just air it out. He's got a deep ball, one of the best ones ever. But do you trust Mims to go catch one deep ball in a pack every week? And not so much.
When you say it that way, no. But no.
Did it last week.
It's funny because when you watch the games, you're like, dang, you had a good game, but it's because you caught this only.
Yeah.
And if you don't watch the games, you just look at the points, you're like, damn, this dude had a good game. This guy is legit.
As I'm saying, if Mims wouldn't have caught those 2 balls, then Russell Wilson would have finished with what, like 160?
Yeah. He saved himself on that. Are you playing any of the running backs from Denver?
I would be hesitant to play Javonte Williams, but he's growing on me.
I played him last week, and
it feels like
he gets a lot of carries.
Yeah, because P. Ryan's not getting any carries. He's just running routes.
I was gonna say that it feels like there's a lot of teams with the double running backs right now, and this feels like one where the starter is actually winning the battle against the backup. I kind of feel like if you have him, you should play him. I mean, running back right now is scarce anyway. You got some people out here starting.
That's a good point. Like, it's so scarce that if you got Javonte, you might just play him. I tried to trade for him.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I just got Samaji in case for insurance. I'm buying insurance. Next game. We got offensive juggernauts. The LA Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings, one of James's favorite teams. Indoors. So no weather problems. The biggest name out is Austin Eckler. He's out with an ankle injury still.
I'll play him.
What's the over/under on this game, James?
54.
I'm taking the over. I'm not even having
I don't know which defense can get stops.
That's where I'm at.
I'll say this. I agree with you. Like, which defense can get stops, but Minnesota's defense is head over heels better than the Chargers.
The Chargers
straight
offense.
Who do you like in this game? It's basically a pick 'em. I don't.
Ridiculous.
I
I like the Vikings in this game, to be honest with you, because their
Is this,
offense
would
hasn't
Staley get
looked good.
fired? If they go 0-3?
I don't think so. It depends on how the defense plays, I think. Because with Kellen Moore being there, I think you can take all of that BS off of Staley. But their defense is so bad, bro. Like, you're a defensive coach who's coaching a bad defense. You know what I mean? So maybe, like, if they go give up 40 points to the Vikings, yeah, you might get fired.
All right. We got a
That's why betting this is tough. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. We got a question from Parker Bledsoe. Who should I start at my flex? Najee, Brian Robinson, Mike Williams, or Jordan Addison. And before I get into this, Ian Rappaport just tweeted out, expect Jalen Warren to get a bigger role today for the Steelers. Expect Jamar Gibbs to receive bulk of all the carries today. And then Barkley News is they believe he can play next week. So, now we answer the question from Parker.
This one's tough.
I mean, you like Najee, Zach, but
I'll tell you this, though. He'd be fourth on this list for me. Like,
I mean, anyone in this Chargers-Vikings game that we're just talking about is not a bad play because if we're expecting a shootout,
yeah.
that's where I kind of like Mike Williams.
I was about to say, like, secondary for the Vikings isn't great. They have a really good safety, but he's not going to guard Mikey. I'm with James. I'm going to go Mike Williams.
I mean, for guaranteed consistent production, you go with Jordan Addison. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns through 2 weeks. I don't expect that trend to continue per se, but I mean, he's been getting looks from Kirk Cousins in the red zone, and he's one of the.
But he
best
hasn't.
targets.
Like, not to disagree with you, but to Nick's point a minute ago, it's like you look at a stat sheet and it looks fine, but if you go back to week 2, the touchdown Jordan Addison had, that was bullshit. Like, it was one botched play by the safety that you burnt him over the top, and that's all you did that day. So, like, I can't play Jordan Addison on the basis that I'm going to think that the safety's going to make one bad play. You know what I mean?
But that's not the basis. The basis is that he's getting targets regardless as to whether there was a botch play or not.
But he's not.
He is.
Did you not watch? No, TJ and Justin Jefferson were.
Yeah, I understand that they are, but he's getting targets as well.
I don't know about that.
And on a team that isn't running the ball, because we all now know that Alexander Madison is trash, the third option is not a horrible option on a high-scoring offense.
I don't know. They just got Cam Akers.
Yeah,
I almost picked Manson as my sleeper. This is just like his bounce back.
We'll see about Cam
After
Akers.
you get-
Somebody else is in the building. You know, it's like. Oh,
Yeah, now he's like, oh shit, I gotta play. I think the play is Mike Williams, but I wouldn't fret against Jordan Addison either. I think he's the consistency play. Boomer bust from Mike Williams though.
I like Brian Robinson as a back going forward, but not the best matchup this week.
Not only that, is he's getting too good the past 2 weeks. You know that has to temper down a little bit.
Oh, Ian Rappaport also just tweeted out that Usher is the halftime performance for the Super Bowl this year.
I saw that.
Really?
Packers are going to
Usher.
the Super Bowl, dude.
He's getting out of Vegas?
Yeah.
Usher in Vegas.
Let it burn.
Jimmy Garoppolo's gonna be happy watching that.
Gotta let it burn. The NFL tweeted Usher and Kim Kardashian for some reason. No idea why, but that's something.
She's gonna be greeting us like Usher, everybody.
She's gonna read a poem.
We just gotta let it burn sometimes, you know. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mike Williams on that one, just because I think that whole Chargers team is gonna be mad at some point. Now I move into Colts versus Baltimore. In Baltimore, moderate rain for today. Of course, the biggest news: Anthony Richardson out with concussion still. Justice Hill for Baltimore out with a foot injury, and Odell Beckham out with an ankle injury.
Can I stay away from like a lot of people in this
Did
game?
you,
Like, I'm not playing any Colt.
Do you have any updates on Aaron Jones?
No, nothing has happened yet. Tristan, I've been watching that.
Aaron Jones was a full participant at practice, and it looks like he will play.
I get where you're coming from, Calvin, but I think I might play. Like, if I had Pittman, I'd play him. Like, he looked 100 times better with Garner Minshew at quarterback than he did with AR.
I'm just hesitant. That's all. Just hesitant.
I definitely put a premium on Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews this week, though. James, you gave me COVID over this thing.
I was gonna say you got sick. Shit, my bad. Damn, it didn't work like that. But
I'm fucking.
yeah, Ravens are 8-point favorites, 43.5. I like. I don't know if I like betting any of that. Probably the under.
You don't
The
like
under.
Minshew Mania?
I love Minshew. As a
I
person.
I actually don't mind. Like, he's fine. He's a good backup to have.
I'm playing Baltimore this week, so I hope he has a terrible game. I hope he fumbles the ball.
If you need a defense, I probably would take Baltimore's defense today. For sure.
For
It's
sure.
in the rain, so
That's another reason I'm staying away from Pittman.
Well, I really like the under.
On
Probably.
Yeah.
are y'all playing any of the receivers from Baltimore? Since
Zay Flowers, that's it.
Zay Flower. I mean, I just don't know what they're doing with Bateman. Are you hurt or are they punishing you
both,
for
Both.
opening your mouth?
Tim Gopher.
both.
Yeah. Like, I can't figure out what's going on. The 10 snaps you take aren't bad. And then that's it.
It's gotta be.
And I
both.
have that fool.
It's both.
I mean, Odell's out, so a game where he should do better is going to be this one, I feel. But I don't know if that means also that. All
No,
right.
they're just going to play Aguilar.
Moving on to the next one. Atlanta Falcons versus Detroit indoors, so we don't have to worry about weather. St. Brown is questionable still with the toe. Josh Reynolds is questionable with the groin. David Montgomery is doubtful with a thigh, so he's probably going to miss. I think that's about it.
Sound like you were reading off everybody's plate. I'm playing everybody on the Falcons. Quite literally. I'm playing Kyle Pitts. I'm playing Drake London. I'm playing Bijan Robinson.
Algier.
Hey, Nick, can you
I'm
drop
playing
the link?
Mac Hollins.
Cordell Patterson.
Matt Collins he's good.
I know he been getting hella targets too. Strictly because the Lions through 2 weeks have given up like an average of like 25 points. There's a lot of touchdown availability in this game for the.
I agree with that. I mean, I probably wouldn't play everybody, but I could if you had them, I get it.
Situationally, I'm playing everybody depending on who's on my team.
I just to give the Lions a little bit of credit because I've been on their bandwagon the whole year. I think the way that the Packers played the Falcons last week is going to help the Lions.
How so?
Well, just because y'all are kind of built in the same way, in the sense like y'all can be the tough guy, like y'all can be the aggressor and it not affect y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that the Lions can scheme something on defense to help them.
Sure.
And if it wasn't for all those missed tackles last week, I think the Packers pull away in that game where the Lions have drafted guys who can finish tackles. And this Lions defense prides themselves, and they're supposed to be better this year. And it was a rough week last week, but this game's weird to me, though, because it's Lions -3 at home. And I'm like, that should be more if you believe in the Lions. And if you believe in the Lions, you would think they wouldn't lose to the Seahawks and then the Falcons. And not that the Seahawks are a bad team, but this is not a must-win. But if they want to be legit, this is a game you have to win at home. That's why I like the Lions -3. Just like you're just betting on this is the Lions team everyone says it was, and if they lose, then don't bet on them again. Fuck them.
This is
And it's 46 I think, is the total.
Oh,
This
40.
this
Yeah.
the coming out party of Laporta. He's gonna dominate today. I feel like.
man, I hope so.
I really feel that way.
His college shirt in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I going against him today? I hope he does.
You are going against him. Hey, Nick,
Go
can you
back
drop
to
the link in the
TikTok.
comments?
No, go back to TikTok. You and Gus Edwards can go.
I got it, Nick. I got it.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I hate going against Caleb because he had Najee, and we had a bet that he plays Najee, I play Jalen Warren, and whoever does better.
Hey,
And
speaking
then-
of bets, what happened with Monkey Man and the mayonnaise bet?
Yeah, he needs to drink his mayonnaise also. He's gonna do it on a video though.
I gotta order more coffee.
And mayonnaise
Shit.
because he needs the fat-free mayonnaise. So.
We need a mayonnaise sponsor.
Hellman's, what's good?
Hell made that. All right, moving on to the next one: Patriots versus Jets. MetLife Stadium, light rain. There's really not much. I know Zach Wilson lost his left tackle. Yeah,
When the over-under is 35.5, I think the only play is to play either defense,
I am.
unless you're desperate.
That's all I'm playing.
I mean, Garrett Wilson maybe, but yeah, I have the Pats defense in a couple leagues. If you have the Jets defense, I don't understand why it's almost a pay. I mean, it's Jets plus 2.5 at home, and you would think this is a game the Patriots could dominate here, but it's not. They don't have the offense to dominate anyone.
Now you made me want to trade Ramondre.
Do
I
it.
thought about it already. Z Smitty on YouTube. Would you drop Jordan Love, Gus Edwards, or Jalen Warren for Dotson? I'm better, or am I better off keeping the guys on the mentioned on the bench? I mean, is this a dynasty or keeper? Because if so, then I don't know.
Who's your starting quarterback? If it's maybe Love.
Yeah.
It
For
depends
sure.
on your situation.
Yeah, I like Love, but
if it's Dak, just keep low.
I want to drop those two running backs probably. I think they're valuable. Those are both valuable running backs to have. So yeah, if you have a good starter, then I would do Jordan Love.
Unless it's a keeper or a dynasty, then don't drop Jordan Love by any means. Get a quarterback for the next 10 years, probably.
Probably not, but
Probably, though.
Calvin said that Jordan Love is the next Patrick Mahomes. I heard him say.
Whoa.
It wasn't in the same sentence, but he had said like Jordan Love, and then like 20 minutes later said Patrick Mahomes. So I just
Oh,
I got you.
I
You're
figured
just
he
tying
meant
them
that.
together. I got you. That's fine.
It is what it is. Dad.
Mm.
All right.
and
Do y'all think Hunter Henry's gonna do good today? He's done pretty
no.
productive.
not against those linebackers.
Good.
I hope he does, but
I trade.
A fun
What
bet
about-
here. I want to bet on any of this game, but betting on a defensive touchdown, which the odds are worse than they usually are for that kind of bet. Like, there's going to be a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown. And it's just a fun one. That's the fun bet you do. If you have to watch this game, which for some reason I'm getting this game locally, which is stupid. So, might as well make it fun.
Yay!
That's terrible.
You're gonna get this game and then the Titans game.
Well, I'm gonna be like bedridden. And I'll have like the washcloth on my forehead. I'm like, did Mac Jones just throw an 80-yard touchdown? Like, no, I dreamt that up.
no, it's a fever.
That's a fever dream. I don't know why I would be having Patriot fever dreams, but hey,
I
COVID's
mean,
a
you
big-
had Ryan Tannehill coming to you in a vision, dog.
No,
that
It's
happened,
possible.
that was
This
real.
is
I don't know.
another shitty day of TV games, bro. Nick, our second game today, we have the Cowboys and the Cardinals.
No, that's your game. I bought Red Zone this year, so I don't have to watch this stuff anymore.
I have the
got
Chiefs
time.
Bears.
I got a
Bruh.
skybox, so I get to watch any game I want to.
I have
I'm-
epilepsy.
I'm gonna take a nap when the Cowboys play that last game. So I will be sleeping while my team does whatever they're gonna do at this point. Move on to we're getting into trash now. Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns.
Hey,
In Cleveland, partially cloudy, so no weather problems there.
Titan
DeAndre
Nation,
Hopkins.
stand up.
I hate all of this.
DeAndre's still questionable with an ankle injury. You know that fool never practices, so he
Don't
might
need
play.
him. Oh my god.
I would play Amari Cooper today. Matter of fact, I'm playing Amari Cooper. He
Yeah.
looked good the other day against Pittsburgh. He had
Hell
no
yeah, he
problems
was.
getting open.
And everyone said
Deshaun
he was
just
going to be
didn't give him the
out.
ball.
So
Yeah.
apologies for misleading people. Everything looked like last Sunday morning that he wasn't going to play, and it is risky on him with having a Monday night guy. But yeah, then he kind of balled out. Yes.
We did tell people if you have somebody to put in his spot in case
Right.
he doesn't play, then put him in. But if you're gonna wait till Monday, I mean,
And in all fairness, he literally had to talk them into letting him play on Monday. So it is what it is. But I think he looked pretty good. So
Yep.
I'll play Amari today.
with no Nick, they're gonna have to do something else.
God, the over-under is 38. These games suck. I mean, unless you like... I won't even say if you like defense. I think it's more if you like shitty offense.
If you like
Yeah.
shitty defense,
If you like shitty defense.
You don't think Tennessee has a good defense?
nope. I don't particularly think Cleveland has that good of a defense, to be honest with you.
That's why I'm playing Baltimore this week.
I do love teasing the Titans up. They're +3 to get them like +7, and you can put that with anything. You can put that with like the Bills just to win, the Lions to win. Like that's a good bet. I don't think either of these teams are going to blow out the other one. They can't.
Very true. We got a question. Gucci TMP says, quarterback Burrow, rate my team. Running back CMC, running back Kyron, wide receiver Keenan, wide receiver Tay Adams, tight end Waller, flex Waddle, 10-man.
Hey, he believes in Waddle playing despite.
You believe in Waddle playing even though he's out?
He had the same dream.
That's a fever dream, bro.
Damn, I'm just spreading my shit everywhere. No, but Waddle is out. Burrow might be out. Like this is an injury, a couple of injury risks here. It's not a bad team though.
7 out of 10. 8 out of 10, somewhere in there for me.
When healthy, that's yeah, I like that.
When 100% healthy, it's a 10 out of 10.
Bullshit. You never
you
have a
high?
10 out of a 10 when Darren Waller's on your team. What are you
I was
talking
waiting
about?
for it.
This dude, I don't know. You just don't know how to watch football. That motherfucker cannot play football, son. You cannot be a premier tight end in this league when you run open slant routes and you drop 2 of them. It just don't happen. It don't happen. Darren Waller is not a top half of this league tight end at his best.
Darren Waller being the worst player on that squad is a very, very good thing.
I agree with that, but my point is you can't be a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so then how is it not a perfect squad when Darren Waller
because
is the
everybody
worst player
on your
that
team has to hit. Everybody has to hit to be a 10. A chick cannot be a 10 if the bitch's bottom row of teeth are crooked. You ain't a fucking 10, son. Like, don't play with me. Straight up. 10 out of 10 means there's nothing wrong with it.
So your team's good.
All right, 9 out of 10 at best. Jesus Christ.
Your team's good, but you got some cricket teeth in the Wallers. So you good.
9, but she comes from a family of money.
There we go.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Just get a backup for Waller. You'll be fine. At this point, probably a backup for Burrow also, and a backup for CMC just in case, and a backup for Keenan Allen also as a backup.
Just have a whole
See,
team
now
of
nobody
handcuffs.
thinks that's a 10 now.
Just have a whole team of handcuffs. You're good.
Yeah. The bench is handcuffs. You'll be fine. Gosh, I hate looking at this Cleveland and Titans team. All right.
Why?
Last game of the 12 o'clock, Saints, Packers in Green Bay, overcast, so not pretty much anything to worry about. We're still waiting on Aaron Jones, still questionable. Christian, hamstring, Watson, we're still waiting on him, questionable. And yeah, that's about it.
I think this is going to be a good-ass game to watch.
Oh, it is. I'm excited.
I was kind of pleased with how LaFleur Jaden Reed.
Mm-hmm.
He put him in motion a lot, and I thought Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs looked better than Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. To be honest with you.
Hey, quick question: can we move the fuck on from ever asking about AJ Dillon again?
No.
You mean just for today?
No, ever again.
Dude sucks.
He's cheeks, man. I'm done with the narrative that he could
This
be
is
a
him,
RB1.
I don't think anyone said he could be a RB1. I think they said he's
Y'all were
handcuffed.
sucking his cock last week.
Well, that's because Aaron Jones was out.
Even if Aaron Jones is gone, I'm not.
We
putting that
we
I saw some
established
nice
we established this last week. Just because somebody has the opportunity does not mean that they deserve to be
He
started.
did better than
True.
Brees Hall, who started last week.
That's
Yeah, I
not
don't
the point. Brees
Yeah.
Hall had 4 carries.
Yeah,
I'm not giving
I
up
mean,
on
there's-
Dillon yet.
That's like cat shit and dog shit. They're both shit. So I mean,
Yeah, but if you're in a deep league, I'd rather play Dillon than fucking.
because you're
Brees Hall.
playing him, Caleb, but
I know
nobody else
that,
wants
but
to
I'm
play
saying still
AJ Dillon.
overall.
I'm not telling anybody. I'm not going to vouch for you on that of play AJ Dillon. I'd rather put.
I'm not telling anybody to play him. I'm just saying if he was the handcuff because someone was out, he was a better play than some.
I'll go pick up. Who's on your league right now? I'll find somebody to pick up. Hold on, let's see. I'll find a way to put Taysom Hill at tight end, and he'll get more.
He will.
I'll pick up this. Whoever the hell this is. I'll put Cordell Patterson, and he ain't even gonna do nothing, and I'll have more confidence in that. All right, we got some questions. Josh Kelly or D Hop?
Kelly.
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 Yeah, Kelly Prescott. Call of Daughtry says, does Moss or Algier?
He meant
Ford.
Ford, Moss, or LG.
Got it.
I'm gonna take Zach Moss out of that. I wouldn't consider you. So it's either Algier or Ford.
I'll go Ford. I'm
going Ford also.
Bijan's gonna have a big week this week.
Well, not only that, it's Ford. He's still 8 against Pittsburgh, and their defense was really good.
That one run was incredible.
If Ford didn't fumble the ball, then the fantasy football world would be all over his junk today.
Man.
Well, they kind of still are.
They're not. Maybe it's like they're on first base right now with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're fondling him.
They're on second. They suck in 10.
and plus Ford.
Oh,
this
okay.
is kind of the opposite of
That's
what Nick just yelled at Caleb
crazy
about. But he's gonna get all the carries today. So
Well, I mean, at that point, yeah, you have to. I think with going back to that, I just feel like we've seen the AJ Dillon show already, and it's like a shitty movie that they keep bringing back to the theater.
He's young-ish.
It's like
Here's what I'll
they should
say.
have let it die a long time ago.
Ford will be the play if he gets one big run like last week where he scores a touchdown. Obviously.
well, I don't feel that way because he had a good yards per carry on Monday.
But was
Oh,
that
he
skewed
did.
by the big run?
Pretty sure it was.
Okay, that's a good question, but
I like
16
Ford though.
for
I was just
106.
more curious.
He's playing the tight ends. I'll play him.
yeah, for sure.
Come on.
Tight ends.
God.
Ooh, pick 2: DK, Mike Williams, Flowers, or Puka.
Ooh.
Puka hurt, ain't he?
He's playing, but he's got an oblique injury.
I'm finally playing Puka in a couple of my leagues, and now I'm like, shit. I don't know.
I'm gonna. Play.
I'm definitely playing Zay Flowers this week.
Yeah, Zay's the lock, and we all like Mike Williams. DK's hurt too, and everything I've read this week about DK is like they think he might play, but it's one of those injuries where he takes one hit to the ribs and he's out. So
It's
I
the
like
same
Mike
with
Williams
Puka,
and
though.
Flowers.
Yeah, I feel like with the injuries of these two guys, if you have the options, I'd go with the healthier.
I'm gonna toe the line on ignorance right now, and I'm gonna go DK and Zay Flowers. DK's just good due for a game.
I thought you were gonna say both injured players. I was like, damn.
Mm-mm.
Zay Flowers and Mike Williams would be for me.
Puka might have more catches than DK though, but
Does that
also
make-
Puka puts himself in harm's way. DK doesn't.
So does that make Tutu a good play then, or no?
I think Tutu Atwell is a play this week for sure.
Yeah, it would be in consideration.
I'd put him in my flex if I had him. Based off his targets and his production and consistency, not just the fact that he's getting opportunities.
So yeah, you're pretty much good with either one of those. Those are good options to have, though. A good problem to have.
Hey, Colin, stack team, good drafting. Woo. Good stuff.
First world problems.
Appreciate you clapping, Zach. I felt like fucking ass.
I'm with you, bro.
Going
Nick,
back
did you
to
see?
11?
Did you see my live trade request to you in the sleeper league?
I'm not in there, so it
He's not in
wasn't to me.
Wait, you're not in
Yeah.
the sleeper league?
No, Nick is not in the sleeper league. No.
I'm not in there.
Oh no, shit. Who did I make the offer to? Oh, I made a trade
Might
offer
have
for
been
Gabe
Monkey
Davis.
Colt, probably.
Who's quad?
That's my buddy Quinn. That's funny. I'll text him right now. We'll get this going.
I just looked up who had Gabe Davis and I made a trade offer for him, thinking Nick was in that league. I offered DJ Moore too, just as a joke, but shit, now he might actually take that.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he would 100% take that. I would cancel that shit if I was you.
Yeah, I might actually cancel that. That was more of a joke.
Yeah, cancel that shit right now.
He's like, Nick. I was like, yeah.
Damn, Nick, you should have went along with it. James would have figured it out later.
He's like,
I need
damn,
to
you
stop doing
accepted that?
anything with COVID.
That's funny.
I don't know why I'm making executive decisions right now.
I don't either.
Oh, all right. Off of the 12 o'clock games, we move on to these amazing 3 o'clock games.
Hold on, we got a question real quick.
Yes. Ooh. B Growing Stuff says half PPR. Pick a running back and a flex. Pacheco, Zach Moss, Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, also Goddard or Laporta.
Ooh.
I'm playing Isaiah Pacheco this week.
100% against Chicago. He's gonna kill that team.
Ooh, he's gonna kill that team.
But they said Pacheco has the potential to be a game time decision.
Yes, also. With that hand.
Yeah, well, there's the potential for Bigfoot to walk out the fucking woods today. It's right now he's playing.
No,
I'm
I
playing
saw him.
Pacheco.
No. They
I
said
saw
that
him.
I
it's a
saw
ga-
him. Yeah,
they said
alright.
they said it's a game time decision. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know for
said his
sure.
hamstring. It's going to matter on how his hamstring goes
Yeah.
after warm-ups.
I like
I'm
those
playing.
players on that list except for Zach Moss. I think Goddard does pretty good. Laporta's gonna eat today. Nico Collins and Zay Flowers are gonna do real good. I like Pacheco against the Bears.
I'm going Pacheco and Laporta, I think.
I'm going Laporta for sure.
I like Zay Flowers and Pacheco.
I was gonna say
running back-
Laporta and Zay
I think-
Flowers would be the safest to me.
Isn't it a two-part question, though? Running back and a flex, and then
Gotta have a running back. Gotta
Yeah,
have a
so-
flex.
out of the Pacheco, Moss, Zay Flowers, and Collins is what my guess is. And then he's having you pick a tight end after that.
Nope, I think it's the other way around. I think it's between Pacheco and Zach Moss, and then the rest of the flex.
Correct. So it's
Yeah,
Pacheco
but-
and Zay Flowers for me.
Well,
That's what I was saying,
hypothetically,
but
if
y'all
you
were
were,
saying, I was saying that because y'all were saying Laporta and Pacheco, and I was like, yeah, but we're missing the flex.
Oh, if that's the case, then I'll go Pacheco if he plays, and Flowers, and then Laporta.
If we're asking for running back, tight end, and flex, then we're going Pacheco, Zay Flowers, and Laporta. If we're asking for just two out of those, it's Pacheco and Laporta. In my opinion.
And if you want to lose, just put Zach Moss and Goddard, and then.
What he
if you're
said.
tanking, if you're playing for next year.
Get that first pick, baby. Get that first pick.
That's right. All right, going into terrible games. We got Andy Dalton's Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks.
Jesus.
In Seattle, overcast, so you don't have to worry about weather.
James, what's the over under on this?
Too damn high. Just kidding.
I think
Actually, 42.5. I mean, that's higher than a lot of those earlier games. 42.5.
Definitely under.
I don't know. I really like Seattle. I actually like Seattle more with Bryce Young playing than I do with Dalton playing, but I still like Seattle in this at home, coming off a big win last week. So yeah, if you like the Seahawks and the under, it's not a bad bet.
I feel like
Is this
So
a good
like
Jackson
this is-
Smith Ajabo week because Metcalf might be hurt?
I was thinking this is a good Kenneth Walker week.
that's where I was just going. I was gonna say this might be a week where Kenneth Walker eats in quite a bit. But then again, I mean the Panthers run defense has been somewhat okay.
But I also feel like they didn't have to do shit last week, really. I mean,
No, they
Luvu's
didn't.
so good. Luvu's so good.
Days.
And damn, maybe Kenneth Walker's not going to do so well.
I think that's the question.
All right.
Well, I think that more is like oriented towards like the actual football, but fantasy wise, it's hard to tell, James. Like, I think one of the receivers go off for Seattle. I prefer to be
Yeah,
DK.
Yeah, Locke had a good week last week. I thought he was washed. I still think he's kind of washed.
He's not washed. He's that guy.
I just traded for him.
He's not
No.
completely washed. He's still in the spin cycle.
I'm cool with that.
Hmm.
Gucci TMP says start Michael Thomas or Jacoby Myers.
I want to say
I'm personally gonna say
Myers has been
Myers.
banged up.
I want to say Jacoby, but he's playing against the Steelers secondary, which, I mean, after what Amari did, doesn't say much.
But also, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Michael Thomas didn't look bad in the first half the other day, and then they stopped using him. But I don't trust any receiver on the Raiders because Jimmy, dumbass Garoppolo, keeps putting his receivers out there to die. Jacoby Myers got murdered because of Jimmy. Javonte got murdered because of Jimmy. So Jacoby might come across the field and get his head knocked off in the first quarter, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd say Michael Thomas.
Just because I'm hoping that Michael Thomas is ineffective today, I'm going with Jacoby Myers. That's a horrible pick. Do not listen to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not.
That is homerism at its finest.
It's hard because Jacoby did amazing week 1, concussion week 2, and now you're like, what do I trust? Hey. But
Who I
then it's
trust?
also Michael Thomas could be the first option, could be the second option, could be the third option.
Could be watching from the sideline.
Yeah, it's a risk for sure. With either one of those,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jacoby just because I think I'm playing him today. Just so that's, and I think Rashid Shaheed's gonna buy. Colin says Metcalf or Flowers.
Zay Flowers. No Beckham.
Actually, I
Batman.
had this decision.
Say Flowers.
Now go ahead.
No, I had this decision in one of my leagues, and it's more due to Metcalf being hurt. I mean, he'll play, but yeah. And like you were saying, with everyone out for the Ravens, I like Flowers.
And the Colts secondary sucks.
True.
What CJ put up on him? 385 last week.
Is there a good? Who's the best secondary in the AFC South?
Houston. And that's not even being a homer. We're just the best secondary in the AFC South. We're the best
are
defense.
you guys
in the
are you
AFC
guys
South.
the best secondary in the AFC South without Stingley?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you why I say that because he's the fucking idiot that keeps giving away the touchdowns in the red zone because he's too scared to come up and tackle. So they just run the ball his way. But I mean, what receiver's gone off against us? Nobody. Josh Downs? Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, but Pittman had like what 7 for 60.
Yeah, but was it impactful in that game? Not at all. Like they ran the ball on us. That's all that was.
Zay Flowers had 9 for 80.
Okay, he did good. That's why I'm picking. Like he shredded us, but
I mean,
That's
if
fine.
you look at the AFC, there really hasn't been defense in here.
yeah.
The Chargers, though, they didn't even have a defense. It seems like.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, AFC is like, we'll just put points up. Buffalo's like,
Mhm.
defense, we don't need linebackers. It's like Kansas
I suppose
City.
the Jets might have the best secondary in the AFC.
In the whole AFC?
Oh, well, maybe the Dolphins is slept on.
Without Ramsey though.
Ramsey's at this point in his career is Trayvon Diggs.
You know, the Patriots have a pretty good secondary.
They have a
Yeah, they
really good. When Christian Gonzalez went up with Tyreek Hill and took that ball, I was like, that dude's a player. That's a fucking football player
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah, he's some. I think you're sleeping on the Broncos.
No, I'm not sleeping on the Broncos at all. The Broncos are sleeping. They don't show up to play.
Oh, man. Let's ride. All right, Carolina, are y'all trusting Andy Dalton and anybody in this offense?
No.
Chuba Hubbard might
I'm
give
tired
you a
of
shit ton of points today.
Yeah, I'm tired of Miles Sanders. I've been playing him in one of my leagues. I'm over him. He can get all the carries he wants. He's
I
getting 2 yards a
wanted him
carry.
to be so good. and
Yeah,
I'm just
somebody
not
on
sure if he
TikTok
is.
was like, Miles Sanders shouldn't even be on your team anymore. And I was like, I mean, in a deep league, it makes sense, but if you're in a 10-man league, I get it.
Yeah.
I got Chuba, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't like Miles. I didn't like him in the beginning. I didn't want him at all in anything in life. I put him right there with Najee as
Wow.
I will not draft you even if you're available. I'll draft 2 kickers before I draft one of those 2. I was right. Hey. Fly Nelly Fly says PPR need 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Moss, Jones, Swift, and Goddard or Sam Laporta or Hunter Henry.
This motherfucker's happy as hell about the halftime announcement. 2 running
Laporta
backs.
for sure at tight end.
With Jones.
I think Jones and
If
Swift.
Jones plays, yeah.
If that's Aaron Jones, yeah, it's Jones and Swift. And then I think it's Laporta.
Yeah, no, it's
Don't
Hunter
trust Hunter
Henry's
Henry.
the only other one that gives me any kind of hope for
It's the
scoring.
Jets, though.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
I traded him, so I don't even care. Yeah, I say Jones, and if he's hurt, then I mean you have no other choice. But it seems like he's gonna play though. They haven't said anything like last time.
Are you guys just all out on Goddard?
for now.
For today, I mean, because the linebackers for Tampa are just too good. Devin White can cover. Levante David can cover. So I don't like that matchup for him. Not to say he's not going to do nothing, but I think Laporta's going to murder the Falcons today.
Probably.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Laporta
shit.
goes in today.
I think he does too.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck it. Laporta is the all-around answer.
All right, we got Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs, in
Yikes.
Arrowhead.
I was gonna say start everybody in Kansas City, and then I remembered it was Kansas City. Don't start everybody in Kansas City.
I think this is Kelsey's.
Yeah, this is his
Big-
game to
big
get his
game
shit
of it.
together.
On bat game,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote.
Exactly what it is.
Oh, you could also dare say the same for Jerick McKinnon because he's played bad all year.
True. This,
Would you play any Bear?
in a
Yeah, would
super
you?
flex 16-team dynasty? I'll play Justin Fields.
Any Bear.
In a 16-team super flex.
Maybe
Uh,
Roshan Johnson.
Like Winnie the Pooh?
Hell no.
Because not the Chicago Bears I'm not playing.
Y'all don't believe?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all don't believe Justin Fields is gonna show up this week and like light it up because he doesn't want to.
I mean, now that we're all
robotic
saying
anymore.
he's gonna be dog shit, he's gonna put up some points. But
He doesn't want to be robotic no more, bro. He wants to just go out and air it the hell out, bro. He's tired of the naysayers saying he can't do it.
like I said, fantasy-wise, he's probably a top 20 quarterback.
Who's the second receiver for Chicago?
Fuck Cole Kmet.
Clay.
Chase Claypool.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Chase
God, definitely
Claypool.
don't play that idiot.
He caught a touchdown last week.
Hey.
Well, I was going to say,
We're gonna build a
Casey
statue.
usually gives up catches and yards to second.
But to NFL quarterbacks, I don't know if Fields is an NFL quarterback.
That's true.
They believed in him, bro. They got him a weapon in DJ Moore, and they said, you know what, this is your number one receiver.
Until he proves me right, I'm going DJ Moore.
Yeah, why are you throwing screens every play then? If you believe in them, let them throw down the field. All they do is screen, run, read option, RPO.
Yeah, Eberflus.
They don't trust them.
I don't know.
The whole team. You did all that in the offseason just to not trust your quarterback.
God, do you remember how much shit people were talking about like they were like, "Oh, the Bears are gonna be the shit."
Oh, They came out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
All the Bears fans came out of their basements. Were like, "Oh,
We're back,
And it's like,
baby. No, the fuck you're not.
yeah. Remember when the Bears were relevant? I don't. It's been like since Urlacher
Dude,
retired.
it's Jay Cutler days. Him smoking
Y'all
cigarettes.
sound
on
like
the
us.
sideline.
Yes.
Y'all sound like us complaining about the Cowboys.
Exactly.
Well, no, Jay Cutler was honestly the best quarterback they've had this century,
Yeah.
and that's not really a compliment
No.
to Jay Cutler.
You speak ill of Rex Grossman.
Rex, yeah, Super Bowl Rex, it's true. I mean, he got him to the Super Bowl. You can't argue with that.
Jay Cutler was a dog.
Jay Cutler didn't give a shit. He didn't care about football.
That's why I loved him.
He could just throw it. He had a cannon and he knew it.
Because
He didn't
when
give a
he
shit
played
about it.
against anybody that wasn't the Packers, he'd go off. And then he'd play us and he was dog shit. I'm like, that's what's up, Jay. I see you, dog. That's my boy.
I never felt scared going against Jay Cutler.
Never. In the NFC Championship game, I was like, we're already in the Super Bowl.
Same for Fields. I'm like, great, you got a running back.
All right. The Great Tsunami says half PPR, pick one. Hollywood Brown, Jahad Dotson, Elijah Moore.
I love that profile picture. I'm going.
Honestly, I might go Hollywood.
I'm not going Hollywood. I'm actually
Just
staying
because I
Dotson.
said it earlier, and I have a feeling it's going to happen, I go Jahan Dotson at the Bills.
I'm with Jahan.
I agree.
Dotson.
I think it was Zach. I think it's gonna be a weird Commanders day. Maybe they might not win the game, but it's gonna be a weirdly feisty Commanders team. Commanders 3-0 question mark?
Ooh,
I kind of feel like I only have two options here because I said Hollywood Brown was my bust for the week. So
Yeah,
you
you
twisted my
can't
arm
pick
on
him
this,
after that.
and I don't trust Deshaun Watson. So Elijah Moore is canceled out. So yeah, Jahan
I trust
Dotson.
Watson to face mask.
He-
I've never seen a quarterback get two face masks in like the same same game,
And then
but
he
the same
pushed
quarter.
a ref right after.
They literally said that they have a way out of his contract if he keeps his shit up. Like,
Do they?
I would
yeah, they said they have a
laugh.
loophole where if he keeps messing up, they can just cancel his contract and they'll deal
Dude,
with the
well,
NFL players.
It cuts to him on the bench with his eyes closed, like meditating. Like, is he channeling Tannehill too? Like, what the hell is he doing?
Amari Cooper ran like a 17-yard out on third down, and Deshaun aired that bitch over his head, and it went out of bounds. And then in the fourth quarter, Elijah ran a deep curl on the sideline, and he threw that out of bounds, and both of them were looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? So even the receivers,
Well, they were like,
yeah,
they won the flag. I'm like, dude, that wasn't even catchable.
even the receivers are frustrated with this dude.
He's a star, right? He's just rusty, right?
Why don't people? I mean, we could get to the next question.
Yeah.
I have like a general, bigger question.
Let's go.
Want me to save it?
Yasir Hamid goes start two. Metcalf, who's questionable, Jordan Addison, and George Pickens. Waddle injured for me right now.
Wait, what?
If well, everybody been high on Addison today. I'm definitely playing Pickens against the Raiders today.
Okay. Yeah, definitely playing Pickens.
Pickens and Addison.
Yes, sir. That's the easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Yeah, Pickens Addison's a good move. All right.
What's
Real
the general
quick.
question? Go ahead.
In the NBA, right?
Okay.
We all make fun of the Timberwolves. We made fun of the Nets after they made their dumbass trade. We make fun of these teams who make these dumbass trades. I feel like NFL teams get off the hook for some reason. Like, not only the Niners trading all those picks to move up to draft Trey Lance, but then the Bears trading up to draft Justin Fields. And I just feel like, and then the Watson trade, which is probably the worst of all of them, because you traded 3 first-rounders for a guy who wasn't even a rookie, because the reason you trade up for a rookie quarterback so you get him on a rookie deal, but for Watson, they gave him the most guaranteed money ever. And I feel like no one really talks about, or not as much anyway, of how bad of a trade that was for the Browns. Where if that was the NBA equivalent, they'd be getting shit on.
It's the same as like the Cardinals where they drafted a quarterback in the first round 2 years in a row. I think the biggest difference is I think real football people realize it's not to say you waste picks, but one player won't change a team in the NFL. I don't give a fuck who the player is. In the NBA, if you hit it on the right pick, you can change a franchise like that. Look at Luka. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 3 first-rounders.
Yes, sir. Hey, but we fucking wasted those anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yay!
Ouch.
All right. Colin Daughtry says, will Aaron Jones play if not Ford or Algier? We still haven't heard anything yet as of it.
We
What?
argued this earlier. I think the consensus is Ford over Algier today. For most, I'm not speaking for everybody.
I'll agree with that. If Aaron Jones is playing, I'm playing him because
100%.
Same.
that boy is the motor of that run game. All right.
He's from El Paso too. Let's go.
Blurby says, "You think I change anything in my lineup? I'm between
Rashad.
Todd, Connor, and Wilson. Bad weather game for 2 spots."
No, that most recent comment. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Blurby. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm telling you, don't do that. Don't play AJ Dillon. It's a fucking trap. Everybody falling into it. Don't do that.
Wait, I'm confused on this one. I'm between Rashad, Connor. Oh,
Rashad.
for 2 spots. Oh, okay.
Don't take Connor at the Cowboys.
Nah, yeah, so it's Wilson.
Rashad Wilson. Rashad and
Yeah,
Wilson.
Rashad Wilson. Damn, you got
Fuck, I don't like Rashad either against Philly.
2 tough ones. You have to flip a coin for Rashad or Connor. He says he has Rashad and Connor in right now.
Oh no, get Wilson in. Even though it's against the Patriots, and I feel like there's more upside, right?
100%.
Pick
I like Connor and Wilson. I'll go Connor and Wilson. I understand the case against Connor for sure, but I think there's a bigger case against Rashad.
I will say this. I think they're going to want to try to trade Connor, so they might keep him out there for more garbage time. So that's why I'll put him over Rashad. That's going to be.
I'm playing Rashad because Philly can't guard the middle of the field. So I would use Cade Ottman. Like, go get his head taken off and back them linebackers up.
I mean, he's useless. So I picked him up on my bench, and he got me 0 points. Trash.
Pick 2, Pacheco, Kelly, and Rashad. Pacheco and Rashad.
I like Pacheco and Kelly.
I'm going Pacheco Kelly.
Yeah.
AFC West guys. I still think the Eagles' defense is just too scary. I know, you made good points, but just overall, their defense versus whatever the Vikings are calling a defense.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they're
know.
good
I like
at
that.
like their D line and their safeties. You literally have Zach Cunningham playing outside linebacker right now in Philly. He got cut from the Titans.
Because they have too much depth. Gotta make cuts somewhere.
I suppose.
I need like a framed, like proud owner of Tennessee Titans stock
There you go.
behind me.
Right behind you.
Nico Collins or DK? Nico Collins today, bro. Against Jacksonville, I still think he'll get 6-8 catches. I don't know if he'll get you a touchdown.
DK is just the injury. That's the thing I've said before in these DK questions. It's, do you trust those ribs to hold up? Because ribs are just something that it's just so easy to re-injure.
Well, I just know how dependent CJ is of Nico Collins right now. So he'll throw bad balls in his direction if he has to. So I'll go with Nico Collins in that.
Yeah, he literally said, "I'm gonna make sure I get my boy." It's like that's his legit security blanket right there.
And if you really watch the Texans, like that's like the only receiver he has timing with.
I haven't been able to watch them yet.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
You're not missing.
Are you guys happy with Stroud? Are you happy with Stroud because what you've seen, or are you happy because what you haven't seen from Bryce Young?
I'm happy with what I haven't watched. I didn't watch Bryce Young anything until Monday, and I was pleased with CJ because like he did things wrong in week 1 that he corrected for week 2, and now there's a whole list of things you need to correct, but he doesn't make the same mistake twice. He doesn't get flustered. So, like to me, he looks like a pro quarterback. To be honest with you.
I will say this too: him losing, you can see it on his face. It's irritating the shit out of him, and I like that. Because I know at some point he's gonna be like, "Nah, I'm taking this shit over." It's like chips of it. Like every single week, it's something added on to it, and he's taking full responsibility, even if it's a messed up O-line. He's like, nah, it's on me. I should have thrown it faster. I should have done this. I should have done that. It's like, all right, you're not throwing anybody under this bus. You're taking full responsibility. And we can do a quarterback sneak with him because they can't do that with us.
Yep.
Because he looks like Deuce Vaughn out there.
Jesus.
Smokey said, thanks, y'all. You're all good, bro. Mako J says, Zach Moss, Brian Robinson, or Drake London at flex, PPR.
London.
Yeah, London today. London against the Lions. I don't know. Brian Robinson against the Bills.
That's where I'm at.
But like I said, he had 2 monster weeks. I still think he has a good week, but to ask for 2 more touchdowns is a lot.
Give me Drake London.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Not feel confident in it, though.
That feels like a higher scoring game than the Bills game, if that means anything.
Probably.
And if the Bills get a big lead early, I don't know if they're running the ball as much.
I will say, I don't trust Drake London, but I do feel that he has more of a chance to get points in that game.
I don't trust Desmond Ritter more than I don't trust Drake London.
But I have a feeling that the Lions are going to make, they're thinking just like us, they're going to make Ritter play. Ritter seems to like London. So, I mean, I'm not saying that Atlanta's going to win the game, but I'm just saying Drake London's getting balls thrown in his direction.
So Zach's saying that Drake London is going to drop 20 touchdowns.
Yes.
Everyone's taking the Lions, by the way. That moved this morning from 3 to 3.5, so they everyone's taking the Lions, which makes me kind of like, oh, Falcons. But I take the Falcons plus 3.5, but I think the Lions are going to win this game.
Tones. Nakua, Mostert, or Cooper, which I'm assuming is Amari Cooper in the. I'm going Mostert.
Yeah, I'm going Mostert.
Yeah, Mostert looked good last weekend.
Yeah, Mostert's solid.
I love running backs.
I fucking lost because of him. So.
And especially if the Dolphins get up early on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's how they're going to get up early. Mostert, he's going to run the ball on him.
Run it. I'm playing him at my flex also. So. Love RR says, do I start Puka over Pittman or Addison even when he's injured?
That's a tough
I think
one.
I'm on the Jordan Addison train on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think an injured Puka I still put over Pittman, but Addison's, it gets a little tougher. Honestly, I'd still go Puka.
ESPN.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Puka deserves. I think even if they're bad passes, they're still going to throw at Puka. I'd probably play Puka.
Safe plays Addison.
But if you're making
Puka is the boom and bust.
Yeah,
to Calvin's point,
yeah, that's right.
Addison's.
So, like, what I did in my league right now is I put Addison as my wide receiver 2 and put Puka in my flex. Just in case there's an off chance they say Puka can't play, I can go cover him up for somebody else.
Yeah, always protect that, like Caleb said, for sure, because especially this year, for some reason, there's so many injuries. Yeah, if somebody's out or has a chance to be out, talking to you, Joe Burrow fan, protect yourself.
Yeah.
James Walsh says, wide receiver PPR need to Chase, Higgins, Zay Flowers.
And Jamar Chase and Zay Flowers.
Word.
Set it
easy.
and forget it.
You sound like that dude that used to sell them rotisserie chicken things on the infomercial. Set it and forget it.
Jesus.
I like how majority of the people we've been high on, ESPN is talking about that. I know we did something right. Oh, never mind. They brought up Kirk Cousins. All right. Dallas, Arizona is.
Ew.
There's so many EU games this week.
Dude,
Yep.
you know what's atrocious? The fact that we got 9 noon slots and we have 3 afternoon slots. That's atrocious.
And the afternoon games blow.
We got a question. It is banged up Pacheco, Warren, Moore, Shaheed, Roshan Johnson, Mims, or Gainwell.
Pacheco.
One.
I don't know about that, Jimmy Joe.
I do.
Because somebody who
Sky.
said it earlier, Jalen Warren's going to get more carries today.
I did. Ian
Okay.
Rappaport said that they're going to give him more carries today.
You know what? I won't mind Sky Moore this week if they're going to blow the shit out of the Bears.
Said nobody ever.
Hear me out, right? Pacheco. Sorry. Week 1, Aaron Jones, 127 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. Week 2, Rashad White, 103 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. Pacheco is the good player.
I agree he's going to do well, but Jalen Warren is just good.
I would say the safe bet is Pacheco. And then if you wanted to get frisky, like if it was Friday night, I would say like either Warren or Shaheed.
My
If you
issue
wanna
with
get really
Pacheco
frisky, go
is
Sky
if they
Moore.
get just realize if you get Pacheco and they get a lead, he's not coming back on the field.
Yeah, they're gonna put CH out there to. They just go run it, bro. We need trade value for it. Go have fun with it.
Pacheco.
All right, Shane goes. In all of that talk, we're picking Pacheco. Yeah. All right, Shane goes flex 1, Rashad White, Zay Flowers, T Higgins, no Burrow, question mark. Jared
Jay
Judy,
Flowers for
Damian
sure.
Yeah, we're pretty high on Zay.
We're hella high on Zay. We're smoking them flowers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Zach said
Yes.
Damian Pierce is gonna.
I did not. Now I know you're smoking them flowers.
I know Damian Pierce is gonna have a bad game because they're reflecting on what he did last year against Jacksonville right now in interviews. So he's gonna have a terrible game. Don't even just keep him on your bench. Just leave him there.
Tough.
Put him in. I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Joe Burrow. It will be a game time decision on
It'd
Monday.
be so weird if they didn't play him.
But I mean, you get AJ McCarron, bro. It makes sense
Oh.
if he doesn't play. All right. Next one, Matt says, got offered James Cook for Rashad White. What you guys think?
Hell
I think
no.
somebody's insulting your intelligence. Like they think you're a dummy. That's what that is.
Yep.
Don't
They
do it.
use a
Don't
dummy.
do it, Matt.
You don't like James Cook?
I like James Cook. I don't like him as much as Rashad White. I've been high on Rashad White all offseason. He ain't proved me wrong yet. So no, don't take it. Decline.
Don't decline.
Tell that fool to add in 2 first-rounders, and then we'll talk.
Which is the perfect for the next question. Rashad White or Miles Sanders? I'm Rashad White.
That'd be funny if we all just were like, "Oh, Miles Sanders, Rashad White, trash."
We're all like, it's Miles Sanders, Rashad White's dog shit. No, yeah, it's Rashad White. Rashad White, 100%.
Yeah, Miles Sanders has no offensive line, and even if he did, I don't know. Yeah, it's Rashad White. Miles Sanders benefited so much from the Eagles' O-line and all their playmakers, and now that he's with no O-line and no playmakers, you've seen it. He's getting all the carries in the world, but it doesn't matter if he can't do anything.
It's true.
That's very true.
Rashad White.
I'm going to go with my... No, I'm just kidding. Next game, we're going into Sunday night. Steelers versus...
Wait, did we talk about the Cowboys Cardinals?
Yeah, we didn't. We kind of just touched on it, but I mean, so we can go.
We were like, oh, ha, ha.
Go
You were
ahead.
just trying to skip the Cowboys.
Let's say you want to talk about Ferguson. Go ahead.
let's get real quick.
No. Have you guys heard of this tight end?
Hold on. The Joker, full PPR, Alexander Madison or Jerome Ford.
Jerome in the house.
I like Madison bouncing back this week
James
Am
talked
I
me
crazy?
into it, dude. I'm feeling Madison this week.
because he got all those death threats and all that shit, and this just feels like a big fuck you game
It does.
against one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
God damn it.
And then if he sucks, then you cut him. Like at that point, if he can't do shit against the Chargers, then trade him or cut him.
I get you,
You
but
probably
it's like
drafted
you were
him high.
so bad the first 2 weeks, bro. Like if you can't read, I'm not gonna ask you to do a spelling bee. It's just not how this works.
Unless you just got tougher words the first few.
I don't think Jerome Ford has that much more of a potential to score more than Alexander Madison, even if he has an okay game. So I'm gonna go Madison for boom or bust.
I'm gonna go with Ford, only because I've seen you do more already, so there's something to go off of.
Also, Ford was my bust this morning, so
I know, yeah. So you kind of are Ford.
Yeah, stick with it. Smaller sample though. I mean, Ford came in and did his thing off the bench, which is great. But like, not that like teams are like, oh, now teams know what to expect. But still, you don't know if that was fluky or not yet. Where Madison, yeah, he's had a couple tough spelling bees, but this is the easiest word. The Chargers defense is like the easiest words. Like spell that.
I know. I work with kids, James. Just because it's easy doesn't mean that.
don't mean it's cheesy.
No, it doesn't mean I've had them say spell A, and they're like, is it A or is it A-Y? I was like, just go to the.
Is it A?
Yeah.
We had a kid have a mental breakdown because he had to
He
read.
started crying, said that we pushed him to his limit.
Now he's offering James Cook and Gus Edwards for Rashad. That sweetens the pot, but I think I still would keep Rashad White because they need him. Tampa uses him a lot.
I like how in real time he rejected that, and he's like, "All right, what about Gus Edwards?"
Yeah,
that is a much better. Like you could go to sleep at night with that one.
it's not as insulting.
But I still would probably, I'd still probably keep Rashad.
Yeah, I'd just keep Rashad at this point.
If he has something better than James Cook, I would try to counter.
We skipped Nathan's question. It was Zach Moss and Ford, but in standard leagues and not PPR.
Oh, good morning.
So, does it make a difference?
Is this Nathaniel Hackett?
That would make sense. That would make sense.
You should be preparing for the Patriots defense. He's like, nah, we're fucked anyway.
I'm still going with Ford.
Yeah. Here's where I go for it too.
Moss did good
Built
last
for
week
tough.
against the Texans, but like the Texans just can't stop the run, so it doesn't mean much. I don't go around telling people I dunked on a midget.
Did you?
Yeah, but I don't know how to tell you. It doesn't count.
It don't matter if you did or not.
Yeah.
I'm going neither if I can. I'll go Zach Moss if I have to.
You gotta pick one, eh?
Zach Moss.
Yeah,
Moss.
If I can, just leave it open.
Just keep it open, dude. Don't put anybody in the slot, honestly. It's not
Yeah,
worth it.
in
If
protest.
they both get negative, then Calvin's right technically. Because you could have just.
True.
That's true. That's
That's the
true.
only
Keep
way.
the flex open, man.
All right, itty bitty
The
South
true
City says
Hey,
14 team, half PPR. Brees Hall, Najee, Kai Will, Roshan, Spears, Achan, DJ Moore, Dotson, Elijah Moore. Need 2 running backs and 1 flex.
I say
Boy, that's a
Najee
list.
and Kai Will is my 2 running backs. Oh.
oh man,
I
that's
don't
a
want
lot
to. I don't want to
process
play
here.
Najee ever, dude.
I just think he's gonna do good today against the Raiders, and then he's gonna suck again. He's gonna do good enough this week to keep for people to keep him on the team.
I think Jalen Warren's gonna do good this week. Kai Will's the obvious one.
I think Brees
I
gets
think
more
it's Brees
touches
Hall.
today.
Brees, Najee, and DJ Moore. I don't like DJ Moore either, but
But do
in
you
this
think Brees
situation-
is gonna get carries today?
I think he will after he called him out on Twitter. saying
Yeah, after he's like, y'all only give me 4 carries. That's why we fucking lost. Yeah, I
think he
think
gets
he's gonna
five.
get.
Yeah, but if they go from 4 to 8, does that make a difference?
I think they go from like 4 to 14
against the Pats defense.
If you
You
go
know,
from
yeah,
4
maybe
to
Najee,
14,
Kai
yes,
Will.
Brees straight up. Yes, if you're giving me 14, 15 carries.
I mean,
I just don't think they're gonna do that.
his only alternative is what, Dalvin Cook, and that dude's trash. So it is a risk though.
I like Najee and Kai Will and DJ Moore.
I like DJ Moore if they let Fields air it out. Something tells me today Achane's gonna do good in Denver.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play Achane today just to prove a point.
You picked
Wow.
him up last night.
Yeah.
Ballsy. What did we ask this last week? What city is Itty Bitty South City from?
Itty Bitty South City. What city you from?
I'm
I'm gonna guess Brownsville.
gonna go Memphis.
I'm gonna go somewhere. Yeah. I'll say Atlanta.
He's a Tennessee Titans fan.
Wait, 605 though.
What's itty bit?
We're
650. Well, see what that is.
650 area code.
Area code.
South San
Bay
Fran.
Area.
San
We
Francisco.
were all off.
San Francisco Bay Area.
All right, you got another one. 10 team, half PPR. Nico Collins,
did that.
Dotson, Pickens, Madison, Gus, McKinnon. Need one running back, one flex.
Madison for the revenge game.
I like Madison Pickens. Yeah.
I like Collins and Pickens, but you can only get one flex, so I'm gonna go with Pickens at flex. I'm gonna go with McKinnon against the Bears.
Pickens
Yeah.
and Madison, brother. Pickens and Madison.
I'm gonna go pick.
I'll go with Madison because I don't really give a fuck about that game. But James was convincing earlier, and Madison may be doing good. So let's see. Let's just see.
This is a make or break week for him.
I just want to see because if you do good, then he did good. If you did wrong, then I can jump on that death threat bandwagon. So let's do this.
Oh, God.
Jesus
I want to go with
Christ.
Nico Collins and Gus.
I'm gonna go with Gus at running back with Caleb. I don't trust Madison at all. I've sadly watched 2 Vikings games I did not want to see.
Sorry about that.
And I think even with getting Cam Akers, they're both gonna just be terrible still. So yeah, I can't put stock in the Vikings. If it's not JJ or TJ, then I don't do it.
I just can't pick a runner against the Colts. They're good at stopping the run.
I just think Madison's gonna give you maybe 1 point, where Gus will give you like 6 points.
Fair enough.
So, Madison might give you negative points. I think he got that last time. He's running worse than Najee is.
Watch your mouth.
Derek says, PPR start 1 running back, 1 flex. Damian Pierce, Tyler Algier, Michael Thomas, Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, Tyler Algier.
That makes the most sense, but I'm feeling nasty, so I'm gonna pick Damian Pierce and Christian Kirk.
I'm feeling nasty.
I was gonna say Damian Pierce and Michael Thomas.
Hell no. What? We just went over Damian Pierce, bro.
I also think I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Damian
but I think
Pierce.
Bijan's gonna have too good a game for it to matter.
Bravo.
I think Tyler Algier was the grenade you should have traded in week 1. And especially if they were gonna
I
make
kind of feel that. Yeah.
And Christian
Yeah, I
Kirk
like Pierce.
takes
Kirk.
a lot of snaps out of the slot, and our best slot receiver broke his hand, or corner broke his hand,
Yep.
and who's going to play slot corner today has been on injury list. I think Christian Kirk eats today.
And Zay's out, so actually, you know what? I got too many receivers to put in my league right now. Yeah, I'm gonna put Christian Kirk in my league, so I'm gonna go with
Kirk
Christian Kirk. You got some good problems to have though. All right, we'll go back to the Dallas game. Is there anybody that we want to talk about? No, James.
No, I just wanted to talk about their 13-point favorites. Over/under is 43.
They're favored by 13.
Even with Diggs, yeah. And I kind of feel like if you had to make me bet on that game, I would take Dallas minus 13. Even with Diggs being out, I just am so anti-Cardinals being good at anything. Like what's the case for the Cardinals staying in this game? Like maybe Dak has a pick or two, and then they're able to run the ball with Connor. Like that's probably the game plan. But you're right. This game's dog shit. We can move on.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you put it like that, I don't want to watch it. Bro.
I get it. You just wanted to talk about Ferguson.
He was trying his best not to bring the title.
I didn't even mention Jake Ferguson.
I know.
But now that we're on him, let me talk about his college stats.
Oh, Jesus.
In high school, he was a dual threat.
All right, Mike says half PPR. Start Zach Moss, Brian Robinson Jr., Tutu, Atwell, Scary Terry, or Jay Addison at flex.
Dude, I know we've been saying Jordan Addison a lot, but I feel like Tutu might be the play on this one.
Not over Jordan Addison. against the Chargers today. Come on now. I mean, I would even pick Brian Robinson over Tutu today in that.
I don't know, man. I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Brian Robinson.
I'm feeling scary. No,
And personally,
um,
I think Brian
God, yeah.
Robinson is the better bet.
I think it's the safest pick is Robinson. Yeah,
because he has a
Addison does have. Some
I was gonna say
upside.
Addison has upside, but with it being half-point PPR, I think Brian Robinson is the safe.
you got the chance to get catches and runs. So.
Yeah.
You gotta get that double.
I mean, after Tutu puts up 6 for 120 against the Seahawks and then 7 for 77 against the 49ers, he's consistently been great for that Rams team, and the Bengals secondary is fucking ass, regardless as to what Zach wants
See,
to
that's
tell
why
you.
nobody takes that bullshit serious because you just called Tutu Atwell great. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not great as a second wide receiver
No, it's not great. You had 2 weeks of and nobody gives a shit about
of
your
consistent
team.
play.
No, it's loose coverage. Nobody gives a shit
Oh
what you
my
do. We're just keeping
The
everything. in front of
Niners
us.
are loose coverage.
We're keeping everything in front of us. You can have that
Oh
5
my
yards.
god.
They did it this week. Like, there was literally 2 drives with Wandale.
They're keeping everything in front of them, dog. They gave up 23 points to the fucking Rams. What are you talking about?
They let Darren Waller get open. He just didn't know what to do when
And?
he was open. He didn't know what to do. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
It's
we're
like,
not talking about Darren Waller. We're talking about Tutu Atwell.
No, I get that, and I'm telling
You're
you, San
looking at this
Francisco.
through a scope in the entirety of the season. We're talking about fantasy, which is week by week, and the Bengals are fucking ass.
No, but you're saying you're trying to tell me that Tutu was great because he did this against the Niners.
I
I'm
didn't say
telling
he was
you,
great. I'm saying he's the great second
you-
option for the Rams.
He's nothing about him is great. It's like you're the fucking dummy of that offense because you're the one that gets sent into motion to figure out what the coverage is. Straight
Dog.
the fuck up.
He gave the Bengals gave up 24 against the fucking Browns and then 27 against the Ravens. And we're acting like it's like fucking ludicrous that Tutu
Pick
Atwell
Tutu.
has a great
Pick
week.
Tutu then.
Pick
Get him.
Tutu. I
No,
agree.
not-
Pick Tutu.
Not him, you motherfucker. You go
I
get
have
Tutu.
him.
Stupid. I want to know how he did at the end of today.
Good morning.
The game's tomorrow. Dumb fuck.
Well, the day after, motherfucker.
We'll know
I'm
on
gonna be
Tuesday.
here Tuesday. Trust.
We'll know on Tuesday what he does. I'm a big Brian Madison, Brian Robinson.
Ooh, the Chargers just said Austin Eckler's hopeful to play next week.
Let's go.
Yeah,
End of this Joshua Kelly bullshit.
that guy there. Do instant love or Joe
He
Burrow?
was your sleeper. What are you talking about?
Huh? I know. I don't want to deal with him anymore.
I actually just did this one of my leagues. I picked up Jordan Love and I'm playing him over Burrow.
This is
It's
first
just
game
too
at
risky.
home, too.
I was
The only other case here, if you could pick up Matt Stafford, I would just keep Stafford and play him if Burrow doesn't go. But if you're worried, if you can't get Stafford, I'd play Love or someone else.
I like how LaFleur uses Jordan Love. It reminds me of a slightly lower budget version of Shanahan and Purdy. Like, that's what it reminded me of. But shit, you get touchdowns and stats that way, so I'm good with it. I'd play Love.
I'm playing Love.
What's love got to do?
Yeah, LaFleur's running his offense that he used back in Tennessee, back when he was a coordinator, and it's more using the run, establishing the play action. He changed a lot of it for Rodgers, so I like. And Love's been getting touchdowns too. Like, he may not put up 300 yards, but he's been getting tutties.
It's because you can disguise a lot of shit when you have a quarterback who just wants to run the play I called and quit changing everything.
Right, exactly. And I finally saw some personality from Love last week. I know it sounds dumb, but when he started talking shit after that run, I was like, finally, because you have to have a little bit of a swagger to be a QB1 in this league. Because Burrow has it. Well, before this year.
Oh, if Burrow was healthy, though, this wouldn't be a question for me.
Oh, yeah.
Joey B,
Yeah.
my guy.
Right.
I think put Love in for until Joey does something also. Now we get into this amazing Sunday night game that everybody's waiting for. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. We get
They're just gonna be showing 1970s highlights all game. But sorry. Go on.
no. I mean, I'm just saying we get to watch the Steelers 2 weeks in a row. It's amazing.
I definitely would be playing Pickens if he was on my team. Jalen Warren if he was on my team. Najee if he was on my team. I think Josh Jacobs shows up today though. Well, just think about it. Is Chubb was actually running the ball pretty good on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford
ran
got,
on.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not beyond belief to think that Pittsburgh's going to give up rush yards. And Jacobs needs it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, Myers is a poor pick because, like you said, Garoppolo's going to try to get him killed. And then that pass rush for the Steelers is going to kill Garoppolo. So, yeah, I think Josh Jacobs would be a good play here.
I agree.
I mean, obviously, if you have Josh Jacobs, you're probably playing him.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of those Steelers aren't bad options.
It looks like the Steelers are going to air it out today. They just promoted their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, to a more prominent role to call the play calls this year and work directly with Kenny Pickett.
That's why I love Mike Tomlin. Everybody's like, man, Canada fucking sucks. And he's like, you know what, dude? Here's a bigger role.
Zach.
Here's a promotion. Yeah.
The Raiders are favored by 3 here. And I kind of like the Steelers, but Kenny Pickett, you got to get your shit together. If Kenny Pickett gets his shit together this week, I think the Steelers win. And I honestly don't think it would be much of a debate. But if he's playing like he did weeks 1 and 2, it's going to come down in the wire.
All right.
I like the Steelers.
Jared McDonald says Kirk, Myers, Hopkins, or Nico Collins at flex.
Well, I just read on TV that the Texans are going to miss another defensive starter, so I might go Christian Kirk. No Denzel Perriman today.
Yeah, I just switched him in my lineup in my league.
I don't hate Nico Collins though at flex. No, definitely not Myers and Hopkins.
I just think Kirk's going to eat on our team.
Yeah,
I think it's Kirk. I think it's Kirk.
Texans have too much injuries at this point. PPR, Jalen Warren, or Rashad White?
Rashad White.
I'm going Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to go Warren. But the other question is the one that has me
I'm
shooting.
going Warren because my boy. I've been riding with you. Next question of it: Cousins or Hurts?
This is tough.
It's
There's a harder question than it should
isn't. Yeah, exactly. But I'm going Jalen Hurts against
Yeah.
Tampa.
I'm going to go Jalen Hurts, but I'm upset that that's a question that has to be asked.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad question.
It's
that's
not
not
because
what
I
I
asked
mean.
2
That's
weeks
what I'm
ago.
saying.
Like I think we give Kirk Cousins more shit than he deserves. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate that this question actually makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
As a numbers guy, Kirk Cousins gets numbers. He got numbers against the Eagles. You're telling me he's not going to get numbers against the Chargers?
That's where
I
at.
like
I'm
Cousins
going,
here. I
I'm
hate
going
to
Cousins.
say that.
I'm going Cousins, even if I don't like it.
Yeah, I threw up a little bit in my mouth, but yeah.
It's not a.
You got stomach bug too?
Right?
I'm going
he's
Jalen
Yeah, I got
Hurts.
everything.
He's gonna blow up today because it's not a nationwide game.
Right, it's a home game at noon. Like that's
He's got like
Cousins
40
like
points in fantasy.
bread and butter.
But I will go with Hurts just because that's my boys.
And you get more from the rushing.
I mean, at this point, you're pretty good with either one of those. I feel like this week.
Yeah.
Edward says, "Yo, start one full PPR: Addison, Kirk, DJ Moore, or Brees."
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I'm running the shit. I'm running the Christian Kirk train.
I thought we were
He's
having
one of them.
I thought we were having a Draven 2.0.
The whole system pause. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kirk now that I keep seeing
I'm gonna
injuries pop up for the Texans on defense. It's just gonna be a ugly. game.
Addison's the consistency play, and Kirk is the boom or bust. You pick for what you need.
Yeah, I think you can stay away from DJ and Brees.
I think in a bad game today, Christian Kirk can do what Addison's gonna do. Like Kirk is Hiroshima and Nagasaki today, bro. He about to blow the fuck up.
Jared, no problem. Andrew says, Latavius Murray or Michael Wilson, 32-man league.
I think Latavius Murray's the play strictly because he might get goal line work.
Word.
Who said 32 man?
32-man league.
Andrew, I'm in 3 of them. It's not that crazy. Latavius Murray's probably the play. I don't know if Michael Wilson's going to see the field that many times.
No, he will. He's just not going to get the ball.
True.
Latavius had a touchdown though last year.
That's,
Wait, who's your quarterback in a 32-man league?
a lot of 32-man leagues don't actually have quarterbacks.
What?
They don't have the quarterback spot because, like, obviously, like, the first round would then obviously be all quarterbacks. You know, like, so here, let me read you the roster positions for this.
Josh Allen is his quarterback.
Fuck no, he ain't.
He is. He just did it.
Actually, y'all be proud of this. Ready for this? Yeah, it is. Mine's a super flex too. I have Kenny Pickett. That's my quarterback.
So someone that's like Desmond Ridder or Zach Wilson as their quarterback?
100%, yep.
No, that blows.
Yeah,
everyone wanted to just take quarterbacks first.
But you guys would be proud of me because my team, we did it where you signed up and you had to pick an NFL franchise, and the Packers were gone, so I was like, fuck it, I'll be the Houston Texans, and I'm undefeated so far.
That's a good boy.
Yes, sir.
That's a
Yes,
good
sir.
boy.
I'm at a good honorary goose.
Alex Smith says Russell Wilson or Joe Burrow.
Hey.
Remember when you lost?
I'd rather have injured
remember when you
Burrow
lost
than
your
Wilson.
job to fucking to
The
Patrick
greatest
Mahomes?
quarterback of all time. Yeah.
This is like, do
Yeah,
I
I'd
trust Russell Wilson or do I trust Joe Burrow and his injury?
Is there anybody on your waivers?
I'm not a Russell Wilson fan at all. Like,
Right. Look at waivers.
who's on waivers? Is Love out there?
Stafford, Jordan Love.
Jared Goff, maybe. Derek Carr.
Jared Goff
Somebody.
is underrated as fuck fantasy wise.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoever got him late, man, they're enjoying the feasts of it.
I'd even play like Kenny Pickett over Russell Wilson.
Would you pick,
That's not a compliment.
would you pick
to
Dak
Kenny Pickett.
Prescott over Russell Wilson?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, I threw up in my mouth.
Especially against the Cardinals. Sorry.
All right. On the Raiders, are y'all starting pretty much everybody over there?
I'm going to start nobody besides Josh Jacobs.
No.
I'm gonna start Jacoby.
Oh, man.
Next question.
Uh,
Alex, start Miles Sanders or Scary Terry in my last flex spot, full PPR.
I don't
Scary
feel good
Terry.
about either of these. But yeah, it's Terry. We've talked about why we're done with Miles Sanders. No O-line, no other weapons, 2 yards to carry. I don't think Terry's going to have a big game either, though. So if there's like a third option or a higher ceiling guy,
I'm with James.
That's true.
I think Scary gets his projection about 10 to 12, which is nothing.
10 to 12, what?
Point.
I like Sanders.
Points.
no, that's many times I'll say his name during the broadcast.
I was going to say, like, all they're going to do is him and White are going to go ones all day long. And it's like, this is so boring. Y'all's best receiver on y'all's best corner. This is boring.
My boy.
That's for Jahan Dotson.
That's why I thought Dotson was going to eat today.
My boy would eat if he was healthy. Logan, I bet you. Alex goes Jimmy Garoppolo, CJ Stroud, Garner Minshew on the waivers.
Go pick up CJ Stroud.
Kind of.
I'm
You know
not playing
what?
CJ
Over Russell
today.
Wilson? Would you play Gardner Minshew over Russell Wilson? It's a serious
I
question.
would.
Fuck yeah.
I think I might,
He's
yeah.
playing Baltimore, and I think it's in the rain also.
Yeah, in that case, I think Stroud has higher upside than Wilson.
He will be out there in garbage time, and in fantasy, he will get garbage points. And he's going for that record. I think he needs like 300 yards.
300 yards with no pick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still rain in Baltimore, so.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to say pick CJ Stroud, but I'd hate for you to go get him and then Jacksonville eats us alive
I
today.
would say you get him, and this is the game where he throws like 2 picks.
Do you trust
Yeah.
Because
Garoppolo?
it's going to happen.
I don't trust Garoppolo to do shit. I barely trust Garoppolo to tie his shoes,
I know.
much less play quarterback.
And I hate Garoppolo.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a shitty.
But it's
shitty
just
option
because I
situation.
know we played the Colts last week, and I know that their offensive line ain't great. And we played the Ravens week 1, who's had their plan, and I know how they disguise blitzes because they ate us alive. So I don't want Gardner Minshew either. I'd rather play hurt Joe Burrow.
If Joe Burrow plays, then yeah, that's who you go with. But if not,
It's just tough, yeah. Cause
Just for the sake of fucking keeping CJ Stroud's reputation intact, I'd say play Russell Wilson.
I mean, he came off of a good game, so I feel like you're right in the mile high club, you know. So let's ride it out. Yeah. Alex says, I mean, it's a 12-man PPR, triple flex. My next option would be like Dalvin Cook or Romeo Dukes. For the
Romeo
scary
Dobbs.
I like Dobbs over McLaurin today.
Me too.
And that's
I
a
like
little
Romeo
biased,
Dobbs.
but like,
Love Romeo Dobbs over McLaurin today.
QBs.
Dobbs is good.
Dobbs is
I
hella
go
good.
Dobbs in that situation.
Yeah, I like him. And then Christian Watson is more likely not playing anyway.
yeah.
So.
Questionable.
I'm not putting him in that hamstring in any point. Non-PPR pick, 1 running back, 1 flex. Hall, Kelly, Moss, Kirk, Addison.
Fuck!
Man, this Kirk Addison questions come up a
I
lot.
know, right? How the hell did y'all pick these same 2 dudes?
Kelly and Kirk.
Yeah. Kelly, Kirk, and Madison. Kelly, for sure. And then Kirk or Madison. One of the 2.
But if I told you, like you told me, Brees Hall was getting 15 carries,
Fuck!
would you take him over?
I don't want that argument, damn it.
But that's the thing is you don't know.
I know. That's the thing. I don't know.
But I know Kelly's still going to get 15 carries and probably give me 40 yards.
That's
So-
where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kelly just because of the fact that I don't know what the hell they're going to give Hall.
I'm swinging for the fences. I would play Hall and Kirk, to be honest with you. Because I think Christian Kirk can make up for whatever Brees Hall don't give me.
Kelly and Kirk.
Fair enough.
I think Zach Wilson blow up. No, I'm just kidding. Moving on to the next one. Pacheco or Scary Terry?
Pacheco against the Bears. That's an easy work day for him.
Yep. I mean, check last minute
Yeah.
in case anything
Yeah,
happens,
'cause he's
but
still
Pacheco.
questionable. So just monitor. Adrian goes, got Burrow. Who should I start instead, Dak or Wilson?
Is that
All right,
Zach
come on, it's
Wilson?
Dak.
I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't matter
what
which
Wilson
Wilson it
is.
is.
Dak against Arizona, you
Yeah.
definitely play him against Arizona.
Yeah, come on.
The only downfall
Dak
to
got a good
that,
night's sleep.
Is Jordan Love available?
I'd still go Dak. I like Dak against the Cardinals.
Dude, I don't. I don't like Dak in any circumstance. People don't realize he's not been fucking good this year.
drop Gainwell. That's who I would drop.
Well, he had a tough matchup last week.
Have to drop
Or
him
Tank
in.
Dell.
Should.
Tank Doe. Don't you dare drop Tank Doe. You high in the
I
motherfucker.
think
Drop Tank Doe.
Gainwell, I would drop.
I'm dropping Gainwell.
I mean-
Yeah, Gainwell will be a good job.
I mean, Quentin Johnson's really close to get like he don't do shit. You'll see him run one play and it looks phenomenal, and the next 3 he looks like a bum. So
Yeah, keep Atwell and Spears. Otherwise,
You do not
you
drop
can
Tank.
any of those.
You do not drop Tank. You do not drop Atwell.
because you're keeping Tajay Spears, because you're keeping Atwell and Tank, I might let Quentin Johnston go.
That's where I'm at.
I think him and Gainwell, you want to just flip a coin and drop one of those two.
Who are the,
Yeah,
who are
get
the
Dak
quarterbacks
for
available,
Dak.
Adrian?
I'm guessing it's Dak and Russell Wilson.
Probably.
Which,
Yeah, I'm thinking that's
start
it.
Dak.
Dak or Russell.
Don't think about it.
Be about it.
So it's down for Carr or Burrow.
How risky you want to play this? I mean,
I'm probably going with
Fucking
Carr.
refrain.
On today, I'm gonna go with Carr.
I think you go Carr, yeah, and you don't.
But that
Like if Burrow plays and gets a few more points, that's fine. I don't think a hurt Burrow's gonna go out there and double up Derek Carr's
just
production value.
just put Burrow on your bench, wait for his hair to grow back so he quits looking like everybody's aunt. And in about 3 weeks he'll be right.
That is true. All right. Tomorrow's game, we get 2 of them again. We get Eagles, Buccaneers, light rain as of right now in Tampa.
Yeah, I have either receiver from Philly, I'm playing him.
Yeah.
If I have Goddard, I'm playing him. Mike Evans deserves a play.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cade Ottman does do good, though, to be honest with you.
Do you play Chris Godwin?
If I have him, I play him. It's just, I'm telling y'all, Philly gives shit up in the middle of the field. That's what they give you. So it's just a matter of who Tampa's willing to risk. Godwin, Ottman, a receiver on a curl comeback.
So do you like that over 45 then?
Probably. Because I think Philly's going to score a lot of points.
Do you think it's a
I think
shootout?
Philly is.
Fuck no. What
That's
a dumb
the question.
question.
Is it a
Philly
shootout?
blows them out the water.
I don't know if that's a dumb question. I don't know. Tampa's only 5-point dogs. Tampa's been frisky.
I'm only thinking about
I
it
think
based
Tampa
off
can-
of I think Baker's just gonna try and air it out.
Like, just think about it. The Philly Vikings game should have been a way worse blowout.
Yeah.
Addison got the bullshit touchdown, and AJ Brown didn't do nothing. So, like, I just think that they're not gonna. It's like, all right, I get it. We let the Vikings stay close because they actually have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball, kinda. But I ain't letting that shit happen with Tampa.
Real quick, semi update. Aaron Jones is practicing on the field right now pregame in a white t-shirt with a trainer. It's a half hour until inactives are announced. So it's looking like he's going to play.
That question is intended for Nick. Nico Collins or Gabe Davis?
Ugh.
Man, easily, bro. Gabe is... No, I'm just kidding. Nico Collins.
I like Gabe Davis.
I will not...
I think
will-
it's more towards Caleb because Caleb rode his dick last year. Crazy.
Ooh.
Gabe Davis.
He had balls out games, bro.
Yeah, I only cared towards the end of the season when he mattered.
But I don't think he was good. I think he was just a project of opportunity.
Oh, last year he was definitely better than Nico Collins. Nico Collins
Yeah.
sucked last
Oh, yeah, last year, sure.
Well, how much they
Yeah,
pass the
because-
ball? I go Gabe Davis here.
I mean, I don't fucking think that like CeeDee Lamb's that great, but if he's gonna fucking go out there and ball out, I'll play him.
Oh, I'm a Cowboy hater, but Lamb is good.
No, I
Lamb's a
know.
dog.
I know, but I'm saying like if I have Tyreek Hill on the board, I'm gonna take him over Lamb.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
He does have Dak throwing to him, so I can't.
Oh fucking yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you're putting me on this,
Like
Gabe
if
Davis
AJ
train-
Dillon goes out and puts up 20 points 3 games in a row, you can hate him all you want. Just like Nick with Travis Kelce. He hates Travis Kelce, but he knows he's gonna put up
fucking
points.
hate
That
Travis
is not
Kelce.
true. Me and Nick had this discussion privately, and I'm going to break the. He does not hate Travis Kelce. He hates Travis Kelce fans.
I know, we've said that before. I've told him that before. But I'm
He's a
saying
Patriot
like
fan also, so.
but no, like you can hate players all you want, but if they put up numbers, you know, like at the end of the day, yeah. Gabe Davis only had 1 good game this year. There's no reason for anybody to be on his tip.
I hate Gabe Davis. I can't even
He
trade
really
him for
only had one
Snickers.
good game in his career when he scored 5 touchdowns, and our stomach still hurts, or 4, whatever the fuck he had.
And they still
that's
lost.
ridiculous.
So here goes Moss or Javonte Williams PPR.
Javonte.
Yeah, Javonte.
Just,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what to expect out of Moss today. Like, genuinely.
Not much.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that like I think I'm already not expecting much, but people are. I'm a person who doesn't really look into like the projected values that everybody's supposed to have during the week. I let my own thinking do that for me. But like everybody has him rated for crazy amount of fantasy points today, and the people keep fucking asking about him. Like, what am I missing here?
It's because he had a monster game last week. And I'm telling you,
but
it's
the
what it
Ravens
was,
defense
is the
is good.
Texans cannot stop the run. He dunked on a midget. Baltimore has phenomenal linebacker play. Like that shit's not working today.
Okay.
We got some questions. Joe says pick one running back, one flex. Connor, Algier, Warren, Nico Collins, Ingram,
Evan Ingram.
non-PPR.
Jalen Warren and Nico Collins.
Tyler Algier and Nico Collins. Ooh! Hang on.
Connor Warren.
Fuck, one has to be running back. Never mind. We're good. I stand by what I originally said.
Is Rashad White going to do good?
I think he has more value this week in the pass game than he does running the ball.
Define good touchdown. That's where the question really lies.
50 yards and a touchdown.
That's good.
Kyle says, what up, fellas? Ramondre or Amari Cooper, PPR?
Cooper.
Cooper.
I'm not playing Ramondre
Ramondre's
against that
boss.
Jets D.
He was my bust for a reason.
Boss says, full PPR start to Michael Thomas, Jared Judy, Nico Collins.
Michael Thomas
Oh,
and
yeah.
Nico Collins, unfortunately.
Yes, sir. That's the easy one.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, that's
trust-
a rough.
Anybody
It's
on
a
the
rough
waiver
receiver,
wire?
I'm
Find
sorry about.
get Romeo Dobbs
Or Jaden Reed.
or Jaden Reed
Or Braxton Berrios.
or Braxton Berrios,
Oh yeah, he might be good.
or he might be good. Any one of them.
Anybody better than Jared Judy?
Yeah.
Is it? I'd play Judge Judy over Jared Judy. Dirty Money says start Scary Terry or Brian Robinson, half PPR.
B. Rob.
Robinson.
Oh,
B. Rob.
B.
yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about that.
Mm-mm.
I trust that running game more than the passing game.
Sam Howell. Ugh.
All things look like a go for Aaron Jones as he's doing full sprints through the entirety of the stadium.
Boy, don't play with my emotions, Smokey. I told you.
I'm trying not to.
We go ahead and put a little Aaron Jones on in some of these teams.
Last game for us: Rams, Bengals in Cincinnati. No weather.
2-2 at will.
Go to hell.
Okay.
Rams, Bengals, Rams, Bengals, Rams, Bengals.
Don't bet this game, that's for sure. Until we know about Burrow.
Yeah.
Bengals are 2.5-point favorites, though, so if you want to be frisky, you can bet on the Rams right now. It's not a bad bet.
Man, just because
No.
I'm feeling nasty again, bro. If T. Higgins can go off in a game, Jamar can go off in a game, and he's prime time. So I definitely would have value on Jamar Chase tomorrow.
Works for me.
He needs it because if he don't, you can. I hope he doesn't do good, only so I can trade for him.
Trading for the
And then the next
Cowboys
week,
defense.
oh yeah, that guy on ESPN traded the Cowboys defense for Jamar Chase.
Stupid.
He was so happy. I was like, all right. Any last questions from anybody?
Yeah,
Let us
I'll get him
know.
in now.
Yeah. Because I'm about to go and make all my DraftKings stuff.
I'm about to
I'm about to pass out.
I'm about to go make breakfast.
I got
We're
breakfast
all-
waiting on me.
We are all on different ends of the spectrum right now as to what we're about to do.
I'm on 2 hours of sleep and I'm going to go grocery shopping.
Don't
What
be
could
hungry.
go wrong?
Ew.
Oh, I need to do that, too.
Nick made me pre-workout in the night at night, so I was.
Yeah, what? How did I do that?
Fuck that. Oh.
That's what I'm about to take right now just to go get groceries.
We have to pop some
Ugh.
pre for golf. I got a golf tournament today.
Ugh, that's a thing?
Oh yeah, dude, fun as hell. 9 hole
That
scramble.
sounded very
A 9-man scramble.
9 hole scramble.
ugh.
Wait, you're golfing today?
Oh yeah,
Sorry, I'm half out of it. I mean, it's a good weekend to do that. There's so many shitty games.
great weekend.
You're going to miss out, bro. You're going to miss on some great games.
I'm either gonna watch the
Well, you're not
Packers
missing the
dominate the
Packers.
Saints in the first fucking quarter, or I'm gonna watch the Packers get their ass railed for an hour and then go play. My mood in this tournament is all decided on how the Packers
I mean, at the end of the day, though, you get a banging game of, you get to watch the Steelers again.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
That was a good banging game. Because banging's better than watching it.
Betting odds. How many balls has Calvin hit in the water today?
There's only 2 lakes on. There's only 2 holes that are affected by water.
So
All
6
right, so
balls.
over under 3.5.
I was going 3.5. That was my line.
I'll go over.
Broncos-
You're going over?
Yeah.
All right, what are we putting on this? Because I'm a play safe and pitch and wedge the shit to the left if I got to now.
You cheater whore.
Nah, I'm trying to win, dog. I'm swinging for the fences.
All right, over.
Over. Fuck.
We got a
I'm swinging for
question.
the fences.
Uh,
I suck at golf, so I can't say anything.
Question from Bob Dude.
one running back, flex, Swift, Ford, Najee.
One running back and a flex, or just one running back? If so, I'm going.
Oh.
I'm going. If we're picking one, I got Najee against the Raiders today.
I think
Oh.
Swift's going to come back to earth a little bit. If you're picking 2, I go Swift, Najee. But then, yeah, I agree. I go Najee over.
Fuck! I hate this. I'm not picking Najee. I'm going Swift. I can't pick Najee. I wouldn't feel right if I picked Najee.
I'm gonna go with Swift.
So basically, you're good as long as it's not Ford.
Yes.
I picked Ford over Swift though.
Oh,
No, sir.
I don't know about that.
I could
Titans.
We talked about this.
It's like a squirrel.
I just
He
hate it.
heard Titans and he was all
Oh,
about
I'm like half passing out.
Asher says starting lineup this week in a 10-man PPR, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex league. Tua, Josh Jacobs, Ramondre, Ridley, Amon St. Brown, Godwin, Goddard, Drake London. What's your prediction for my team this week? Thanks. I appreciate it.
Who do the hang on.
Ramondre may
I don't like
not
the
be
back
a great
half
pick.
of that. Yeah, Ramondre's not a great pick.
Amon-Ra's hurt, so I don't know what he can give you. Godwin's boom or bust.
So is God.
London is fine.
I
Tua
think-
and Jacobs are.
I'm predicting 105 for your score. I did the math.
Oh shit.
I'm not doing
105.
math right now, but
105.
I'll
That's
go-
where I'm at for your score.
I'm gonna price is right. I'm gonna go 104.
I knew
Had
Calvin was
Chubb
doing
and he
math.
went
I heard him say carry
Damn.
Damn.
That sucks.
That's tough.
I think Josh
That's like
Jacobs does good
115.
today though.
I put Josh
Josh
Jacobs
Jacobs
out for
benched up.
17. That was my projection.
Yeah. I think it's
mean-
solid. Oh.
You didn't necessarily lose that trade.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you lost every-
Yeah, you did. Quit lying to
You
Yeah,
that.
traded away. You
depth.
traded away Tyreek for Ramondre and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Samaje Perine in PPR leagues. It's not a bad play. I don't think that's a horrible trade at all, especially if you needed depth.
I mean, losing Chubb, I get it, because
So who the fuck let you get Nick Chubb and Tyreek Hill? Oh, it's 10-man league. Never mind. My bad.
maybe it was a keeper. Yeah. I mean, I could
There
see
just
that.
has to be some value to Tyreek. Tyreek's just always there. He's never hurt. He always shows
Yeah,
up.
you jinxed it now. He's
God damn it, Zach!
That
Not
you
on
can
my
get-
team. I don't care.
That's true. He's not on my team either. So.
Hey,
I don't think I have a single
Yeah,
share of
yeah.
Tyreek Hill, actually.
I have him in like 3 leagues.
Yeah, that's a. It may not even be him. His quarterback is very injury prone. Also, he says, "I was depending on Ridley still being a top 12 wide receiver. So in my mind, I have 2 wide receiver ones and potentially 2 running back ones if Jacobs can get his shit together.
I agree. I think you made
True.
a decent
This may
trade.
be the week though, so you may be lucky.
Yeah, you could.
Ramondre might be the weakest link.
You are the weakest link.
All right, well,
Fuck was that?
so James is going to sleep after he takes some NyQuil.
He's already.
Some of us
Yeah,
are
I'm
gonna go
halfway
and
there.
get breakfast. Some of us have to go run errands before these terrible games.
You're
Y'all have any comments, and we're off, drop them in the comments. We can still read them on the YouTube, but we got you covered. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It does amazing work for us. We're going to have a lot more fantasy football content, whether it's IDP, whether it's stardom and sit-ems, whether it's boom or bust. We'll have some sleepers, everything coming in, especially with these running backs, tight ends, because those seem to be the two bugaboos for the year.
Yep.
Much love, everybody. Have a good Sunday. We are out.